Alright, there, I'm recording.
Double do it. Okay. So when we left off, the party, whoever kind of remained, anyways, took a rest in the swamp, the White Witch's swamp, in a kind of a dry area among the trees, whatever. So they rested from the mid-afternoon into the evening. As they rested, a sorcerer named Draxos the Polyglot came along and explained he was in search of some great power in the swamp, perhaps the source of the raised dead. And so he joins the party. I think last time we had Draturim, like the Dragonborn, in the party. He left at some point. I don't know. The party doesn't know where he went. He just seems to have gone off on his own. But that's kind of where we end. So we returned to everything with dusk approaching and the party just finishing a long rest around the campfire. That's pretty much where we are now. So you guys have kind of did what you wanted to do in this area, so you could just move on, travel on, but you could also discuss things if you want or do some such.
Am I with everyone now?
Yeah, you've now joined the party. You're with everybody.
Okay.
Joseph, what did you say you wanted to Dwaynicus, what were you discussing?
Nah, I was just saying, can we discuss why someone's playing next to a lawnmower?
It's true. What is this lawnmower you speak of?
Dude, are you speaking Chinese? I've never heard of a
Anyway.
I don't know that language.
I do.
Oh, I do.
No, you don't. He was just pretending to. I mean, yeah, he knows Chinese.
Anyway. So after the rest, you guys have all your spell slots restored and your
Barrios thinks he knows.
and your health restored. Draxos, what's your health? I don't have it written down. That's one thing I want to know.
Well, I can take a few hits. I'm at 20 health.
20. All right, cool.
A few hits, dude. I'm at 11.
Yeah, we have some particularly squishy people in this party.
Wait, does
You're at
anyone
7
need it?
now. You're full health again.
Everyone roll ones or something?
Oh wait, we're full health again?
Yeah,
didn't
you
just
completed
log-
Okay,
a
right,
long
right.
rest. Yeah. Yeah, literally. So, Arca has a negative Constitution modifier. So he had less health
Arca?
at level
I don't
1.
know that person.
Sorry, Ashen Voltus, the rogue, and then he rolled a 2 on his dice to get more health, and he had a -1 to that, so he gained 1 health for second level. So he's a little bit behind on the healthy thing, but other than that, everything's fine. Yeah. So I mean, if you guys
Okay, but this is. Wait, so we're in between White Witch's swamp and.
Yeah, you're some distance from the town into the swamp. You hadn't traveled long when you got ambushed by those frogs.
Alright.
But it's now the evening after you've completed your long rest. Dusk is approaching quickly, so by the time you get to anywhere interesting, you'll probably be in the middle of the night. But this is kind of anything you want to do before night falls, and then you're just gonna move on theoretically.
I say we go into the swamp. Because I titled the stream "Nighttime in the Swamp."
All right, cool. Sounds all right. I mean, sounds like another option.
All right.
So, you can pick a travel speed, slow, medium, fast, the kind of the usual for all that stuff. If you want to go slow and stealthy, you can take stealth checks and yada yada. You don't know how far into the swamp the undead are. You can maybe track it later, and you do have a pretty proficient druid, kind of leading the investigation, but you're not sure how far you have to go still.
I'm saying we go slowly.
Okay. Anyway, have it.
All right.
Cool.
Sure.
So just everybody roll stealth, and it's a group stealth check, pretty much.
Is it a d20?
That is a d20 plus your stealth modifier,
20.
which is if you're proficient,
16.
it's that. Okay, cool. Tell me if it's a natural 20, by the way, or natural 1, because otherwise I'll just
Not
assume
natural.
it's with modifiers. Cool. All right, perfect.
17.
Cool.
So it's the dice plus which proficiency?
Plus
Stealth.
stealth if you have it, and your dexterity bonus. So for you, it's not plus nothing.
Alright, got 2.
Got to. Okay. So you guys kind of slink off into the swamp. You extinguish your fire and just move on out. So after some time traveling in the night, you're not exactly sure where you are, but you kind of stumble upon a clearing. So it's still damp. There's a kind of a foot or two of water. You're walking probably about a foot of water. You're walking through, and you kind of come into this open area with trees and vines hanging down.
Is the water
so
suspicious?
You can check.
All right.
Can I do an Arcana check on the water?
Sure. You guys can both do that check if you want. So whatever. I mean, for
can I help?
Daryl's sure, you can assist him on that. So you have advantage. Yeah, you have advantage on that. Just go ahead and make an Arcana check. So you 2d20 pick the highest, but it's just a normal check otherwise.
24.
Okay. The water itself doesn't seem to be magical in nature. Nothing deep lurking or anything like that. But you can't say much for anything else going on.
I look around with my dark vision.
Okay, cool. I think a lot of the party... Who has dark vision in this party? I think...
I have dark vision.
What was that? Sorry.
Who has dark vision in the party?
I have dark vision.
Draxos does.
I think literally everybody has dark vision in the party. So you guys can... It is very dark, but you can see shapes and stuff still. You're not, like, blind, basically, by the night. You could also produce a light with a torch or something of a similar sort, but you guys actually can see.
I can start a small fire if anyone needs it.
Yeah, you guys can all see, like, at least whatever, but I'll leave it up to your discretion. So it's kind of an open area. If you look around, you can see and just like water and such. Off to the side, there's actually a sunken village of sorts. It seems like small huts and stuff like that, but partially or almost entirely submerged in the muck and the water.
Partially or almost entirely submerged.
Yeah.
Would be great if someone could destroy up to 10 gallons of water. Oh wait, no, sorry.
You're in a swamp.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. So you
But
guys can...
at a high level, I can destroy an additional 10 gallons of water.
That's cool. You're in a swamp. So, and you're not higher level, so there's no... I mean, you could try, but that's just a spell slot.
10 gallons of water.
That's actually pretty...
I give Dwaynicus a motivational pep talk, and I say, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter what level you are. If you want to destroy that water, you fucking destroy that water, dude.
Is that an inspiration? Are you trying to give him inspiration?
No.
Okay, you're just talking to him.
Well, I wasn't inspired either way.
Wow. Well, there you go. You would have failed, I guess.
Let me roll a persuasion check. let me force Dwaynicus to try because I persuaded him. All right, I'm rolling. I don't care what you say. There it is. What is that? That's 18.
I mean,
But my wisdom is so high.
yeah, like I don't know what you're checking against, and because he's a player character, I can pretty much leave it up to his discretion how he reacts.
Like,
So
okay, so the thing is, my wisdom is also 18.
yeah, he knows you're a retard or whatever. It's not like you're getting anything past him. So
Right.
it's one of those things. But yeah, so you guys are just kind of in, like, you've entered that clearing. There's a village off to the side. You're kind of just in a swampy area. That's about all there is in the area.
Nothing suspicious in this,
Not that you can see from this distance. You're probably still like a couple hundred feet out from the village. But like, there's nothing. You don't get the sense of anything watching you or anything of the sort.
Do we believe
Do you
that
guys
this-
just want to move in then?
Sure. You can lead the way.
Follow me.
Yo. Wait,
head
we're
towards
sneaking
the
in there, right?
Sounds like it.
Alright.
I'm
No.
very short, so just at walking, I'm already half submerged in water.
Yeah, it's a little bit of work for you to get around. I'm just like checking one thing. So I have all my books ready, but I still have to like look through them, unfortunately. Okay, so you guys are heading into the little town or whatever?
Yep.
Cool. As you approach, you can all see the faint shapes of floating bodies in the water, just kind of strewn about.
I cast what's it called? Light.
Okay.
Just with my cantrip light.
Yeah. Is that like, does that affect an item or is it just float into the air? I don't remember how it works.
Let me check.
Cool.
if we're casting cantrips, I also kind of wanted to use my druidcraft to predict the weather for the next 24 hours. It says.
Okay.
It says the effect might manifest as a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on.
So a golden orb kind of appears in the air, slightly concealed by like misty particles almost, but it seems to indicate that it's going to be mostly clear.
I use prestidigitation to summon a gold coin, and
Cool.
I'm just playing around and flipping it.
Cool. It's good to know.
I'm bored. I'm bored of this. Where's
You guys
the
aren't
action?
trying to do anything.
Dude, I'm waiting
You guys
for
are
the
like
team.
standing near a city and not
I'm
doing
waiting for the
anything.
team.
I
I'm just the
don't know.
support.
Pussaith, can you put that coin away? You're distracting me.
I think you touch an object, Patrick. Or,
Yeah, there's.
yeah, so
nothing
you
familiar
can
to
pick
it.
whatever you want, but something that one of you is holding pretty much and carry it around.
Yeah.
That's,
No,
I ignore
just thought-
Dwaynicus's request for
Would
me
I
to
be
put
able
the
to
coin away.
detect magic in the area?
While
you can
he's
do an
throw-
Arcana check.
While he's throwing his
Okay.
coin, I attempt to catch it.
It's
You can
not
slate a hand
real.
check. You can make a slate a hand check. Oh yeah, it's true. I guess it would just dissipate if he doesn't want you to catch.
No, let
it,
him
so
try.
you
Let
can
him
just-
try. Let him
Yeah,
try.
alright, make a slate of hand check against Daryl's slate of hand, actually.
Oh, so
what's
I
your
also roll?
Arcana check, Patrick. Yeah.
One.
What is my?
Yeah, that's an epic fail. Come on, man.
It's
What
two
was
minus
my-
one.
Oh, okay,
What
okay.
would be my bonus then
Two,
for
like,
it?
minus.
I
So
got
you're proficient in it,
10.
so it's
Wisdom.
+2, and then it's until you can see it on your character sheet, right? So for Arcana, it says,
Is Arcana? Okay.
yeah, that's what you said. You just want to
Okay,
check
cool.
the
Yeah,
magic in the
so
air.
I got a 17.
Okay. There's almost a sickly sense of something floating in the air, something magical, but you can't pin down exactly what it is. The magic's slightly unfamiliar to you.
I detect some undead in the area, guys. I don't know. Should we go to?
Should we?
Did the floating bodies give it away?
Yeah, but they're not alive. There's definitely some in the area.
I think we
though.
should destroy the bodies because the people in the
good idea.
town were saying that the undead were bothering them.
All right. You can make attacks or whatever you want to do to destroy them.
Is
What kind?
beheading them-
What, can I just like clarify what party organization is right now? So like, it seems to be Dwaynicus in the front,
All right, sounds like we're about to fight.
followed by. I just need to know this for like in general.
I'm beside
so-
Dwaynicus because he tried to steal my coin, my fake coin, with a
Okay.
1 roll.
Where is Ashen like trailing behind or beside on the other side or like where in like so if Dwaynicus is in the front and Pussaith is or slightly to his right, then where's everybody else?
I don't mean to assume, but I usually think that at the very least, Ashen is at the back, just because he doesn't need to be like far forward.
Okay.
He's got a bow.
And should I just put Draxos on the other side? Does sound like
Alright.
So are we walking in a square?
like a rhombus almost, you know, like the because the point is at the front,
Okay.
but like because you're like almost like slightly behind
yeah. Okay.
Dwaynicus. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? So you kind of enter the town. I'm gonna write out like a map for myself so I can kind of think about what's going on.
No, the bodies are
town look
outside
like?
the town, right?
The bodies are kind of like just inside town, floating around.
Okay.
We should cut off their hands and heads.
Okay. I agree.
For what? Okay.
Because
Because I figure if they can't like what can they do then? They can kind of like punch us with nubs. But that's about it.
Okay.
Are the bodies are in water, right?
Yeah, they're floating around.
I grab one of them and pull it onto dry land and set it on fire.
There's not
I
really
think
dry
we're in the
land
middle of
around.
water.
It's a very damp area. Yeah, you can like I mean you can hold it or place it against like I guess a tree or something, but there's no like land that and you probably have to hold it the entire time anyways because you're just in the middle of a swamp right now. It's a very murky, mucky kind of region.
Okay.
So he sets it on fire and immediately goes out.
He tries to burn it, just kind of like smoke rises up.
Yeah, can we just kind of
Okay, so I'm just gonna like there's kind of a almost path through the middle of town, but I mean, surrounded by the sunken houses and such. There's like a body right in the middle, a couple on the side. Further up, there's a few in a line. There's kind of a few near the back in an arc almost. So there's kind of scattered along.
Can we work our way from the outside to the inside, cutting off their hands and heads like Dwaynicus said?
You can like definitely like. I mean, so what do you mean go from the outside? Like,
because you said there's some bodies in the middle, right? And then
yeah.
Let's do those guys. Let's start with. Okay, so
you guys are approaching on the path. You can go around and like go kind of between the houses and go to ones on the outside, but they're like not too far from each other. But yeah, I mean, like, if you guys want to kind of try and weave around and start cutting them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
so do you guys go the left side or the right side of the path first?
Let me
I'm gonna
flip
roll,
my fake coin.
Flip your coin.
What did it land on?
It's tails. I don't know what that means.
Cool. Let's say that's left.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
not
say
the direction.
that means left.
Alright, cool. So you guys come around to the left and you approach the first body beside a house or beside one of the sunken buildings and slightly off the path. So what are you trying to cut off first?
Heads.
Let's go
That's-
hands.
Oh, hands. All right, let's do hands.
Alright, make a strength check.
Can two of us cut a hand off at the same time, like each?
Sure. So let's do it simultaneously and tell me
Okay.
what you
Who
get.
wants to cut?
Not me.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll go for a cut. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, D20
Roll.
strength check.
Okay. Strength check.
Yeah. Actually,
I got a
like do an
natural
attack
20.
roll. Natural 20?
I got a 4 plus.
Oh, yeah, do you guys have,
4,
like,
so 8.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, so actually, we'll make it like an attack roll. So you don't manage to break through anything, Pussaith, but Draxos managed to do a nice clean cut against the wrist. Roll for damage. So for you,
D6.
no. So it's 1d4. It should be on. I mean, you should have written on the character sheet. So it's 1d4. And actually that's it because you're not very strong
My
physically.
hit dice is a D6.
For a dagger? No, hit dice is related to your
Hit dice
health.
is a D6.
Your weapon is not related to your health. You're using a dagger to cut the thing.
Oh.
So the dagger
yeah.
stats are 1d4 piercing damage. You also add. If
Somebody
okay,
sounds like they're at the
so
beach.
go to your weapons and put, like you see like do you have a middle section that says attacks and spellcasting in your character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay, so put dagger in one of the spaces.
I did. It's
Okay.
It's a +2 with a D1d4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I-
Yeah, that's it.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
By the way.
One sec.
What did you say, Dwaynicus? Hello?
Pardon?
What did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I said anything.
Oh, okay.
So you rolled a 2. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
All right. As you slash at the wrist, the arm pulls back and starts to rise out of the water. And as you see this happen, a bunch of other bodies scattered throughout the city or the town start to rise slowly as well. So roll for initiative. You did do damage to it, by the way, but you still have to roll for initiative.
9.
13.
Anybody else?
Rolled a 13.
We're waiting on Ashen and Dwaynicus.
Oh, I'm also cutting one?
No, you guys start cutting at it, and they start getting up.
The body.
They're not quite as dead as you thought. No one checked to see if they're actually dead. So
Maybe something's like cutting out for me on Discord or something. 'Cause
Roll a 10.
initiative is 8.
all right.
Oh, initiative?
Um,
What's initiative?
Yeah, it's an initiative check. Okay, cool. Let me just roll for. So not all of the bodies got up. The not the one like right on the path, but the ones like back. The one you're cutting and the one across from it both got up. Further in, a couple bodies didn't get up. Then there's one in the middle path that also got up, and 2 more behind, or 3 more behind that one that have stood. So a total of 6 of them are now standing and preparing to like shamble towards you guys.
Fools.
And like,
Well,
what's the configuration?
Of you guys?
No, like the bodies. So one is like in front of us, right?
I can take a picture
Okay.
for you guys and send it on Discord so you can see at least what it looks like as of right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the general chat on Discord.
Mhm.
So, the ones with X, so the stick figures are all bodies. The one with X's near them stood up.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
The circles are houses. So on the left side, cutting the left wrist was Draxos. On the right side was Pussaith. Behind them are Ashen and Dwaynicus. And that body got up, and the other one, you can see which ones got up. They'll move towards you as things happen, but the furthest ones are about 40 feet out, and the closer ones, like the one across the thing is probably like only 15. The one near the middle is probably 30. Then the ones in the back are like 40 to 45. I'm just rolling initiative for them, so I'll just be 1 second, then we can get to fighting.
I'm gonna get water. Be right back.
All right, that also works. I'll try and start doing combat maps like this just so you guys can see what's going on.
And you said you don't like Roll20?
I checked it out. The map making thing, like, really was not great. From what because like if you try and put a texture on the thing, it confines it to 4 squares, so you have to like stretch it out with every
And then,
texture
like,
you put on.
The way I used it when I was like playing with it was
Yeah.
just for like to be able to use Microsoft Paint on a textured background.
I've returned.
True.
You know what I mean? So that we can
Is
also
that
like,
interesting?
so that like you don't have to post this picture. Instead, you can just draw on like a picture
Yeah.
with like your
I-
mouse.
I like physically drawing by hand better than with a mouse, anyways.
That's true.
To be
That's
entirely honest, I'm like not good at writing anyway, so it's easier to like at least have full manual control. Anyway, so I'm just like. So first up is the zombie that was just across from the other one on the right side of that little path. So he kind of shambles over and.
Who's the closest one to us right now?
The one you guys like, you're all around one of them,
Right.
and then the other one, the one's moving right now, is across the path, walking towards you guys. He's the one that's going first as well, just based on initiative. You see the map, Patrick?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah. So like the one that's just across from you guys on the right side of the path, he's walking towards you guys right now.
Okay.
So he's going for Pussaith.
Wow. Tilted.
So he makes a slam attack. He got a natural 1. So as he starts walking towards you and he lunges, he falls flat on his face into the water and is kind of lying prone right in front of you.
All right. I know who I'm hitting first.
Yes. So yeah, attacking a prone enemy that's up close gives you advantage. Attacking an enemy from behind gives you advantage. That's like flanking does not give advantage necessarily, or gives advantage to only like the backstabbing person. Just for clarification. Now it is Ashen's turn.
Ashen, we know who to hit first.
Attacking a prone target with a ranged weapon gives you disadvantage, I think.
Never mind.
Because
I know
they're
who
lying
you're
down,
not
it's harder to hit
attacking
them.
first.
Yeah.
Even if it's right in front of him.
If it's right in front of you, you also have disadvantage attacking.
With a range.
Oh, actually,
Oh.
yeah. I think you're like attacking a prone target at close range is
Hello?
not good for ranged weapons. Hello?
You're like. Wow.
Me?
No, Patrick.
I can't. What did you say? I just couldn't hear anything. What was
I hear your mic was freaking out a little bit. I think it's probably a connection issue. I was just saying,
Yeah.
like attacking a enemy at close range with a ranged weapon, like within 5 feet with a ranged weapon, gives disadvantage, and attacking a prone target with a ranged weapon gives disadvantage. So like,
Okay.
It's like you just can't do that very effectively.
Okay.
Ashen,
Who's up?
you guys are standing pretty close. So like the two kind of like closest would have advantage if you're trying to hit him with a bow. All the ones further back are both in range, and you can see them okay because, or actually, that's dim light. It's probably disadvantage as well. That's interesting. Hold on. See, like I wasn't thinking about lighting honestly when I was setting up for all this.
Trolling.
Which I should have been, because I'm like, oh, we're gonna play at night, and then it's like, oh.
But we all have dark vision though.
Yeah, so you can see, like, it's absolutely dark out, like it's the middle of the night. So you can see as if it's dim light.
It doesn't mean we have perfect vision at night. It just means we have better than.
Yeah. In dim light, you guys see perfectly. In darkness, you guys see like it's dim light, which is like, yeah. It doesn't say.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you just have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. So actually, you guys are fine for attacking. So basically, Ashen, you can attack the close one, like one of the close ones with a melee weapon, or one of the further ones with a ranged weapon if you want to be most effective.
I like to attack the closest one.
Okay, cool. So the one that just got up, it's probably facing away from you. Actually, it was lying on its face, so it stood up. It's now kind of like 5 feet in front of you, like right in front of you, and facing away from the party. Actually.
Yeah.
So you can attack that one. So go ahead and attack with your
Rapier, please.
Yeah, whichever. Cool. So go ahead and make an
I
attack
got
roll.
11.
Is that with your
Yeah,
attack bonus?
attack bonus. Yeah.
Okay. That hits. Roll for damage.
So that's 1d8, right?
Yeah, 1d8, and then you'll add 3 because of your dexterity. But roll a 1d8 first. Yeah.
5.
Cool. And that's with. Oh, sorry, I just want to clarify one more time. But like, is that with the modifiers?
Yeah.
Like the damage okay, cool. I'm gonna like from now on assume that's with damage modifiers. So
Mhm.
5. Cool. Next up is Draxos. So you're kind of standing right beside it.
Right beside it, I use a shocking grasp.
Cool. So is that, I think it's probably a spell attack. So go ahead and do that and add your do d20 plus your spell attack bonus, which I think is proficiency plus your casting ability, which is, I guess, charisma.
One.
Cool. Yeah, no worries.
So, I got 10.
Hits. Roll for damage.
That was it.
No, you have to hit first.
Oh.
So you roll
okay.
a d20, and you add your
D20,
spell
yeah.
attack modifier to hit, and then you roll damage.
I got a 7.
It misses.
Alright.
So as you reach for it, you just kind of don't manage to get a firm grip on it to shock it.
I have no idea what just happened. I thought he rolled a 10.
No, that was for damage, but he has to attack.
Yeah,
it.
I didn't roll the d20. I went straight to the thing. I wasn't thinking.
And like, did you add your spell attack modifier? So you added like +5 to the
Yep.
hit roll.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So then it is.
It would have been. It was a crap roll.
Yeah, I feel that. So it's not Pussaith's turn.
Alright. I slashed the one that's facing behind us.
Sorry. You get advantage on the attack because you're hitting it from behind. So you can roll another d20. Sorry, Pussaith, my bad. So go ahead, Draxos, and actually, it's not. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, you don't, because it's not. You're not behind it. You're beside it. Okay. So yeah, it is Pussaith's turn. Okay. Sorry.
Alright.
So you're beside the one, and the other one's lying down, like.
Oh, I'm beside one?
Yeah, like so. There's the one you're trying to cut its hand off, which then got up. So
Okay,
it's kind of
right.
between you and Draxos, and you're like.
I'll go for the prone one then.
Okay, cool. So you turn around and make an attack. So you can go ahead and if you want to use like melee weapon, use that, and if you want to do a spell, then
Yeah,
do
rapier.
that. All right, cool.
Oh my god.
All
16.
right, all right.
In the middle of attacking, I start playing a song.
Bards.
It's one of Chinese descent.
So what was your hit roll?
16.
16. Yeah, that hits. So roll for damage.
5.
Cool. After that, it is actually, so there's a zombie out in the swamp. The one that's like on the right side of the path, like furthest back. Like I don't know if you guys can, but basically it walks towards you guys. But it stops. It's not. You can't walk that fast. Actually, it only walks 20 feet, so it gets most of the way there, but stays about like kind of actually about halfway to you guys.
Okay.
And it stands there. It's kind of just like lurching forward. It's now Dwaynicus's turn.
All right. So the one that was just lurching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Magic Stone.
Cool.
Sling him right in the jaw.
All right, cool. So you have 3 Magenta Stones. You sling 1, so go ahead and make an attack roll with your sling.
Six.
That misses.
And then that's and then with my.
There's that lawnmower again.
And you know what? With my bonus action.
Bonus action was Magic Stone.
Right. Sorry, what's the free one?
You can talk,
Oh, okay.
or like you
Tell
can
me,
like
tell
open
me
a
to
door or
shut
something.
the
Oh,
lawnmower
never
off.
mind. Sorry. Never mind. It was I passed something there, but that's never mind.
Okay. So the
Who's
other, the
Daryl?
one, the zombie in the middle of the path, kind of lurches towards you guys. It gets about 10 feet away and is just standing there. The one furthest back also comes along. It's about 25, maybe 30 feet out from you guys still. And there's the one kind of on the left side of the path. It kind of lurches towards you guys. It's probably about 15 feet out. It is, and then the one right between you guys makes an attack at Draxos. So 22 to hit. Like I know that hits. I was asking for the just to be polite, I guess. 6 damage. So it does 4 damage to you, Draxos.
Okay.
And it's now back to the top of the order. So the one that had fallen prone, pushes itself out of the muck and tries to clamp down on Pussaith.
Okay.
It gets a natural 20.
What the fuck, dude? You're cheating.
And then does
it's
5
cheating.
damage.
Alright.
It does 5 damage. That's with the critical damage, so you're not that bad off. Instead of being dead like someone did last time.
And nobody would be able to res him with their requiem.
No, can't do that too many times, you know. It's now Ashton's turn again.
But no one would even have the ability to, is what I'm saying.
It's true.
18. Rapier attack.
Cool.
To the
That
closest
hits. Go ahead for roll for damage.
7.
Cool. Daryl, you know you have like College Whispers lets you do that thing where you can use a Bardic Inspiration to do a bunch of damage, right? When you melee attack somebody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Making sure like you remember. It is now Draxos' turn.
I'm gonna try to use Shocking Touch again.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and make an attack roll.
I rolled a 21.
Cool, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
How much health do you guys have again?
It does 3.
It did 3, okay.
I had 14.
Okay.
Parts of the zombie's skin or flesh starting to just kind of fall off of it as it has taken quite a few blows, but it's still standing and doesn't seem actually much worse for wear considering. It is now Pussaith's turn.
Who goes after me again? One of the things, right?
After you, yeah, one of the zombies goes.
Okay. But
Currently, that zombie is facing the one that's between you and Draxos is facing away from you. However, if you attack it, you'll be facing away from the one behind you, which is also like somewhat dangerous. So it's worth considering all that.
How far is Ashen from me?
Ashen is probably just over 5 feet from you.
Just over 5 feet.
Yeah. Recall that moving away from an enemy allows them to get an attack of opportunity.
Since I used shocking touch, he can't do any reactions.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
All right,
that
good to
helps.
know.
That's the one
you'd only provoke one reaction then, because there's the one that was prone before, which is now standing, but the one between you and Draxus wouldn't be able to attack you.
So they're all within 15 feet of me, though, right?
Your allies, yes.
No, all the enemies.
There's like the one between you and Draxus, which is close, and then there's one like right beside you, which is also close. There's the one that's in the middle of the path, which is about 10 feet out, and then the other ones are between like 15 and 25 feet out from you.
Okay. I'd like to hit the one that I was hitting before.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Holy shit. 7?
That misses. Do you want to do a bonus action of any kind, or?
I tell the team that I want to do a thunder wave, so
God.
they should prepare to
Alright.
not be
I
around
have
me.
little legs.
You do still have your
please, I
movement.
can't move that
It's kind of
far.
the worst place to do it.
Yeah,
'cause
true. He's a little guy stuck in the water. You do have your movement still, because you didn't move before you attacked.
So I think
So you can move towards the zombies, but you're in a precarious spot.
I think I'll just stay.
Yeah, just stay, cause I'm gonna cure you once my turn comes around.
Okay.
15 foot cube.
So you-
I see.
You got low health, right?
Me? I have 12 out of 17.
He has a little base health, so he's a little squishy in general. Yeah,
I'm
if
reading
you
it
like
now.
ran towards the zombies at your full speed, you'd be away from your allies, and you'd be able to hit like 4 of the zombies.
Nah,
But you
I'll stay
provoke-
here for now.
Yeah, you'd provoke some attack of opportunities when you went and did that, just because you'll be like running past a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. You can go ahead and or whoever. Sorry, that's your turn, I guess.
Yeah, that's my
so it's
turn.
now Dwaynicus's turn.
All right.
Wait, I thought you said that one of them would go.
Oh yeah,
after
sorry.
me.
There's one though. So the one he was about. Actually, he was about halfway there. So he kind of comes in, and tries to lurch at Pussaith as well.
Hello?
So it's the one that was on the far like top right part of the map when I drew it. He's now in front of Pussaith.
Okay.
He's making an attack. Got a natural 1. He also just falls flat on his face in front of Pussaith and is now prone. They are zombies. They're not like the healthiest or most acrobatic creatures. It's now Dwaynicus' turn.
All right. The guy who's prone. I'm gonna walk up to him.
Okay. You
Bash
have
him with
to-
your sling.
You'd have to go.
Oh, is he that far from me?
He's just like he's on the other. Like you're standing in the back, and then there's like Draxus, a zombie, Pussaith, a zombie, and on the other side of that line, there's another zombie.
Okay.
I think you're small. Oh no, halflings only have that. Yeah, so it's kind of a bit off from
Then,
you.
you know what? I'm just gonna attack the guy who's like between me and Draxus.
Cool.
He's
What
the
are
closest,
you?
right? I'm gonna use
Yeah, he
poison
is.
spray.
Cool.
So he's got to do a Constitution 14.
Okay. Go ahead and make or is it just like a? It's not an attack roll, I guess. You spray it with the poison, and it just seems to have no effect at all. You've kind of figured out that zombies are immune to poison.
Oh, I'm stupid.
You couldn't have really known that. It's just like bad luck. I was like, I wondered, and I checked. I'm like, oh yeah, it's immune to poison.
I knew that too. I just wasn't paying attention.
Lol. So yeah, you spray it, and it just kind of stands there.
I was like,
and
look at all these things I can use. Let's use
doesn't
some of them.
doesn't even turn or anything. It is now the one that's middle of the path. He kind of stumbles in and attacks Draxus. So he's one that was in the middle of the path. He's now.
Draxos, how
All
much
the way
health
over.
do you have?
Well, we'll find out after the attack.
He's
No, what's
currently
your
at 16.
total
He's
health,
a pretty
though?
beefy boy.
Okay.
I'm at 16.
Okay.
It does 13 to hit.
It does 13 damage.
No, it hits like the attack roll was 13. I'm asking you if it hit.
Okay, so what does it miss or no?
I'm asking you, what's your armor class?
My armor's 13.
Okay, let me check. Like, I'm only gonna tell you if it hits you if it's like a natural 20 or something. Otherwise, I'm gonna like it is your like it's attacking you. So I have to, like I wouldn't really know what your armor class is unless I just had it written down, which I like do, but it's not like what I'm supposed to be. Almost. Hold on, using it. Just...
Well.
It does hit. If ties do hit, so it does 3 damage. It is now.
Ashen.
I don't think so. There's a couple more zombies. The one in the very back, it comes even closer. It's still about like 10 feet out from you guys, but it's getting close. And there's one that kind of snaked around the houses, and it goes in for a bite on Ashen. Actually, yeah.
How much damage?
So I have to roll to hit first. Let me see.
Oh, sweet.
I rolled a 7.
So, my armor class is 13.
Okay, so it does not hit. So he
Oh.
tries to kind of clamp onto you, but you kind of just shake him off. He loses his balance and doesn't manage to get a solid bite or anything of the sort. And then the one that's like still between kind of the entire party lunges for Dwaynicus. So let me see.
What was that?
Lunging?
18.
Let me check.
He scoffs.
18.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
I feel like that one hits.
Gets
It's
physically
7
lunged
damage.
at.
7
It's
damage?
Yeah.
That's what he thinks.
Fuck. Anyways,
I hear Dwaynicus say this. That's it.
it's now
I heard him
Ashen's turn
say it.
again.
Okay.
Wait, I remind Ashen that I want to use Thunderwave.
Oh.
He's like one of the furthest back people. I mean, like,
But he's
I guess
close
everybody
enough,
could run
right?
away. Actually, I guess everybody could run away. But
No, but he's close enough, and I don't want to like.
Yeah.
he's
Everyone's
so
currently in
stupid.
range,
Yeah.
but like no one's. Yeah, I mean, just like no one's made attempts to get away so far, so everyone's still in range, and like, Dwaynicus goes after you do, so like he couldn't get out. Actually, you can
No, it's fine. Just
you can delay your turn. You can delay your turn. That's a thing. So you can make it go after a allied player.
Okay.
But yeah, so right now it's Ashen's turn. And you can do it.
Ashen, GTFO. That means get
Okay.
the fuck out.
If you want to
I'll
use your
run
bow, the
away.
range is massive, so you can go your full movement speed and still be able to attack. Like all the zombies
I
are
would like to run
close.
away
Okay,
from
cool.
Yeah. Outside.
So you run out. Your movement speed is 35 feet, and like the range of Daryl's spell is 15 feet around him. How far do you want to run? Do you want to go your full distance, or I'm just like,
Yeah, full distance, please.
all right, cool. So we'll just have you run away. Okay, so you run away and you turn around. I imagine draw your bow.
Yes, please.
Cool. So there's the one between the rest of the party, and there's the one like beside Pussaith. There's and there was the one. Oh, actually, sorry. The one that tried to attack you gets attack of opportunity. So hold on, because you ran. I get to 7, so it does not hit. So there's the one that was trying to attack you, and then there's like a few kind of intermingled in the party. So who do you want?
I'll
to
attack the one that was trying to attack me.
attack? Okay, cool. So go ahead and make a attack roll. Sorry.
23.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and do damage. Nice.
Okay. 1.
Wow. You should be adding your damage modifiers. I think you probably haven't been if you thought you got it. So like it's like whatever the die roll is plus your damage, like you plus your dexterity bonus, but it should be like
Okay. 4 then.
okay. You make sure you're adding those because I said I was gonna like not ask anymore, and like if you hadn't gotten like less than you could have gotten, I wouldn't have asked. So like just be careful with that. It's now that one zombie that was out in the thing, so he kind of comes.
Out
He
in
goes.
the
Actually,
thing?
he's
Disgusting.
you know it. Oh, actually, hold on.
It's not on the thing. Even
Oh no,
more
sorry, it's
disgusting.
Drax's turn. It's not the zombie's turn yet.
Alright,
So Draxus,
Draxos,
you can go ahead and do
GTFO,
whatever.
that means get the fuck out.
Yeah, I get out of there.
You're gonna provoke 2 attacks of
You know what?
opportunity.
Stay the fuck in there. I mean, STFIT.
Like, I mean, you wouldn't die from it, but like you're just
I didn't hear what you said there.
you would provoke at least 2 attacks of opportunity because like you're kind of right beside 2 different zombies. So if you tried to run, they'd swing at you as you ran.
Okay. Then
Or actually, it was the last one you did shocking. So actually, one of them would be able to do it because the other one doesn't have a reaction right now. Still,
okay, yeah, I try to get out of there.
do they get no reactions until your next turn or until their turn?
It just says that they can't do until the start of its next turn.
Okay. So actually, they both get reactions then.
Isn't
so
one
you're
of
trying to
them
run?
beside me?
There's one, but so like, there's one between you originally, and then another one ran up to Draxos, and 2 more ran up to you. So
okay.
he's by 2 and you're by 3. You're sharing one of them, but you're near both of them. Like,
Okay. Alright.
So they make an attack of opportunity. 10, which I imagine misses, and then 12, which I think also misses. So they both swing at you, but you just dart out of the way. Imagine, are you running like towards where Ashen went as well?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So you're by him, probably about 5-10 feet from him because he's pretty fast, being a elf. So you're now standing kind of away from the whole fight. What do you want to do? There's basically like 4 zombies around Pussaith, or like kind of near him at least. And there's like kind of one that Ashen just plugged an arrow into. And that's about
Hit
it.
one of the ones that isn't already damaged, cause I'm about to wow the fuck out.
There's there's a couple nearby that haven't been hit. The one that attacked you hasn't been hit, and that's about it actually. Actually, and the one that attacked one of the ones that attacked Pussaith hasn't been hit as well. So there's 2 full health ones, and there's some damaged ones also.
Hit one of the full health ones.
So what do you want to do,
Draxos.
Draxos?
What do you mean? What I want to do?
Are you gonna
haven't
take an action?
removed-
Or...
You-
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I use magic missile.
Okay, cool.
on a
Can you
full
target,
health
like-
target.
Is it on like do you have to target the same target with like each missile, or can it be different ones? Or like what would you want? Or, like I'm not sure. Actually, I can check. But like basically, like what do you want to do with it? Like, are you trying to hit one of the healthy ones, or
I'm going for the one that had its hand cut off.
none of them actually had their hand cut off? You just like slashed out. You didn't actually manage
The
to.
one that I.
So you did that too?
slashed
Okay.
them.
The one that what?
Okay.
Sorry.
All 3 darts go towards that one.
Which one? Sorry.
The one that was slashed.
What?
Sure. Okay. So go ahead and. It's probably an attack roll, right? Go ahead and make an attack roll on that. Magic missile.
I got a 15. 15 attack. 15 like.
Cool.
20
Create 3 each. Actually, it doesn't even seem to. You don't have to see if they hit. It seems like just hit. So you just need to roll damage actually. So it's 1d4
3D
plus 1 for
3d4?
each. Yeah. So 3d4 and then add 3 to that total.
Okay.
That's funny. It's interesting. It doesn't require like hitting. Just
I
hits.
got a 10.
Cool. So you've launched the magic missile at it, and as you do that, you see one hits its body, another one hits it in the lower abdomen, and the final one goes right through its chest, exploding out the back, and it collapses to the ground.
Wow. I said hit a full health one.
It's now
Tilted.
Pussaith's turn.
I tell Dwaynicus to go ahead, and I
Oh, yeah,
point
okay.
towards the rest of the group.
So you defer your turn until after his. So then a zombie goes, the one that attacks you, it's the one that was like that came up from the top right of the path. It gets a 9. I think that misses.
Yeah.
And now it's Dwaynicus' turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna run towards the group, but as I pass, or I guess before, or no.
I pass Dwaynicus my coin, and I say, "Hold this." And as he gets far enough away, the coin
Nah,
disappears.
Like I was gonna say, as I'm going past him, I cast. Jesus Christ! What is that?
I'm not sure. You're not. You went past him. He's like in front of you. So like when you turn
Yeah.
around, and run away from him, but you don't run
I
past him.
thought that, and then Darrow said like past thing.
Yeah.
But I can reach him, right?
You could like go towards. Like I mean, you're probably only about like you're probably about 10 feet away, maybe a little less, but you're like not
Yeah.
quite in like touch range.
I'm just gonna run to the group.
All right, cool. So you run
Awesome,
on,
guys.
join them. You gonna cast? Gonna cast anything, or are you just gonna like, or throw a rock or anything? Or are you just chilling?
You know what? I'm just chilling.
Hit one.
Alright, cool.
Oh.
All right, it's now Pussaith's turn.
Alright, I used Thunder Wave level 2. Let's fucking get it, bitch.
Okay, cool. So do they need to do it like, or should I check?
Constitution save.
Cool. So let me just see. Hit
Every creature in a 15-foot cube.
1. H. Sorry, I'm just looking at my map here. They are like all in range. So hold on.
Yo, I know they are. Yeah. Which one's dead?
The one that like you guys were trying to cut the hands off of, the one that was between you and
Okay.
Draxos at the very beginning.
Right.
So what's the saving throw they need to get?
Constitution.
Yeah, against what? Like it's your spell DC, I think. Bottom of your spell, or like your spell. 14. Okay, cool. Fail. Fail. Success.
Oh!
Critical success. Fail. Success. So half
Okay.
of them fail, half of them succeed.
So the ones that succeed,
Yeah.
they take half damage and they're not pushed away.
Okay.
So, and I rolled 3d8 because I'm using my level 2 slot.
Yep. Cool. So go ahead and roll those up.
Wait,
Okay.
you do that much damage? What the
Got
hell?
a 10.
It's a second level spell. Like spells are.
Got a 10.
Well, which 10? Okay.
My second level spells destroy 20 gallons of water.
It's because you're going for like the RP build or whatever. That's your own fault.
You know what?
Dude, I'm
How-
glad
how
you're
far are
here
they
to
knocked
RP.
back? How far are they
10
knocked-
feet.
10 feet. And so, and the ones that saved take half damage as well,
Yeah.
or no?
They take half damage, but they're not pushed.
Okay.
Sup, Fox? We're out here playing Virgin games.
Okay. So there's a big thunderous wave of force, and it knocks like an arm off a couple of them, and pieces of flesh fly into the air. Some of them are knocked back, but some of them just stand there and take their ground. None of them are completely destroyed by the spell either.
It's so. Which ones are close to me?
Just like, there's one
Wait.
that
So
was like the one that was on the top right
okay.
is like beside you. Other one. And there's one that still stands where like he wasn't tracking Draxos.
Okay.
And there's one. Actually, that's about it.
So then the rest of them are knocked
There's
back,
kind of
right?
there's kind of like an arc. So there's one by you, and two of them like that weren't near you anyways are kind of like 5-10 feet from you. And there's other ones like the one that was attacking Ashen is now blown away to the side.
Okay,
So
yeah.
he's kind of like, I mean, closer to, or he's like kind of like 20 feet from either you or the party, maybe 25 feet.
Okay.
And there's like the ones that were on the right were also blown back to kind of across the path.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
Alright.
there's one like still in attack range. The other ones are kind of like
All right.
close-ish. Yeah. So it is now.
Cool.
Yeah, that guy. You know. Who are you?
What?
Sorry, I'm just like I'm counting like who's going.
It's a zombie
The
string, I
one-
think.
Oh yeah, that was near Draxos. Is kind of he comes over to you and tries to take a bite. So
But I'm not even looking like a snack today.
fuck up. I hope he kills you.
He says today. He says today as if he's ever.
Oh, wait.
You fucking.
My morale is decreased.
about right.
How can we RP
looks
this?
like a-
17 to hit. I imagine that
Wow,
hits.
my morale really is
His horn.
decreased.
And it does
Whack.
3 damage.
My morale feels bad.
And then. Sorry, I'm like my map is getting cluttered already. Another one kind of like hobbles over towards the one that was in the very back before. He can get knocked away, so he kind of hobbles towards you as well. He makes an attack. Gets 17 as well.
Oh my fucking god.
Does 7 damage.
Oh my fucking god.
The one that got knocked away, he's like in the kind of the bottom left of the, or he's like now kind of far to the bottom left of the map. Starts walking towards the rest of the party, but doesn't get quite in range to hit any of them.
Wait, when's Ashen's turn?
Well, actually, he's like next. Like the zombies are the bottom of the
okay.
order, so they all kind of go at once. Cool. And then that's it for them. Actually, now it's Ashen's turn. So there's the one kind of lurching towards you guys slowly. There's a bunch of them attacking Pussaith.
Yo, I can do another
pretty much
thunder
it.
wave.
He could, if you can stay alive until. Actually, you're.
I go
Let me
before
run
all the
over
zombies,
there
right?
to survive until I can get to you.
Yeah, there's one near you that has initiative like over you, but the rest of them do not.
Alright, save me, Dwaynicus.
You could also try and somebody could try and kill that one. It's
Oh yeah, kill that shit.
Wait,
Can
when's
I
my
hit
turn?
it?
yeah. You can
I think your
definitely
turn
reach
is
it.
after
It's
mine,
definitely in range.
so
Your turn is
Yeah.
after Dwayne or after Pussaith.
alright, Ashen, save me. I did it for the
Sorry.
team.
You're attacking that one that's like kind of
It has
near.
initiative on him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
13,
That hits. Go ahead and make a damage roll.
9.
Cool. You fire an arrow, and you loose it from your bow, and it flies right through its head, and just kind of knocks it back into the water. It is now Drax's turn.
Is everyone outside of is everyone like standing outside the water, or are people still in the water?
Everyone's in the water. It's a
Everyone's in the
huge
water.
watery area. There's no like dry area in the vicinity.
The thing that we were outside was like his range.
Yeah. There's one. Yeah. So you guys are all outside of like you're all about like 20 to 30 feet from Pussaith, and there's a zombie kind of like hobbling north towards you guys. But other than that, they're all kind of clumped around Pussaith right now.
Is there any drier spot that's around that we can reach, or no?
Like nowhere nearby. This part of the swamp is just kind of submerged in a layer of water and mud.
Alright, then I'm just gonna cast Firebolt then.
Cool. On which one? The ones near like Pussaith or the one approaching you guys?
The one nearest Pussaith.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Let me see. Sure.
Go
ahead and make an attack roll.
Rolled a 20, but not a natural 20.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
For Firebolt.
Firebolt. 1d10, I think.
It's my dice thing isn't loading. Yay.
Lol.
There, cool.
Yeah.
Got an 8.
8. Cool. This big searing bolt goes into it and kind of sizzles and burns some flesh away. Yeah. So it's looking kind of haggard, this one. Burn
Let's roll
marks
2
and
bits.
bits of
One
flesh
more
torn off from
Thunderwave.
the explosion from Thunderwave earlier, but it's still standing. It is now Pussaith's turn.
All right. So there's only how many are alive? 4, 2,
So
I mean,
there's 1, 2,
3, right?
3, 4 near. How many? You guys killed one there. Oh, sorry, killed that one. Okay. Give me one. Yeah, 1.
We killed 2 or 3, right?
I think we killed 2.
1 sec. Sorry.
Well,
I'm just like doing. 1, 2.
You're doing math with that fucking nerd.
Yep. Dude. Why can't I count this? Did I add too many zombies?
Didn't you add no?
Oh yeah, so there's 3 near you and 1 approaching the party.
Okay.
Oh.
And they're all still in range, right?
Yeah, all the 3 near you are definitely in range.
Okay. Oh no, what about the one that's going towards the party? Is that in range?
Nope, it's like 5 feet from them. It's like very close.
Can
to them.
can I get into range of it, but not the teeth, and stay in range of?
You could try, but it's just hard to tell because you can't just like your characters. You just know this since it's that. You could. I mean, you could tell me how far you want to try and move towards them. And see.
Wait. Okay, can I step like towards it and like stay within 15 feet of the rest of them?
There's some kind of on the edge of your range. Like there was the one that was right by you. I mean, you could probably walk like literally 5 feet and still be in range of the 3. Because there was one that was right by you, you knocked away 10 feet. So he's like, he's barely in range anyways. So if you walked like more than 5 feet, you'd lose range of him for sure, and you might not get range of the other guy anyways.
I'm gonna walk 4.9 feet in the direction of the other guy. Am I in range of him now?
Yes, beat provoke. 1, 2.
Oh wait. Dude, I'm gonna fucking die.
You provoke 3 attacks of opportunity.
No, wait. No.
Dude, I was... Hey man, I don't know.
Yo.
Natural one of them falls on his ass. 16 and 13.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, you're knocked unconscious.
Oh.
Actually, let me see. You might even lose 1, 2. So you are knocked unconscious and you have 1 failure in your death saves.
Oh.
It is now. Actually, one of the zombies that was attacking him starts walking past you or past him and towards you guys. He stops probably about like 10 or so feet away. Yeah.
Oh,
Who'd we just lose?
Be right
lost
back. Be right back.
Draxos.
Be right back.
Okay.
Also lost Ashen.
Yeah.
No, we lost.
It's my turn.
Draxos dropped.
Party down.
Yo, the whole team's dying.
Do we can? It's Dwaynicus' turn if we want to
Healer.
like continue now, or we can like hold it for a minute and see if there is a return.
I need my healer, yo.
Either way, I'm running towards him, so
Okay. We can do it now. Like, I mean.
I
doesn't
make
matter
a
to me.
mad dash for my boy Pussaith.
All right. Cool.
As fast as my little legs can
Oh,
carry me.
Jeez. Patrick's internet died.
As he reaches me, a tear rolls down his face and he says, "Sane man's touch base just knock out."
I hate you so much.
Yeah. So you just run up to Pussaith. I wasn't listening.
All right, he says it again.
No,
So you run up to him. You're in range. You haven't provoked any attacks from any of the zombies, but he's kind of just surrounded by. Actually, you would have ran past. You can probably run around. No, you.
You know what? If he attacks me, he attacks me. Get me in there.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to like run around it and get to him in time. So, or like with enough like movement speed left. So he gets an attack opportunity. He gets a 19 and deals 4 damage.
Child's play.
It wasn't.
Alright, cool.
Okay, well, welcome back. Nothing really happened. Dwaynicus ran towards Pussaith and got hit, and that's fine. So like now you're standing over
He's crying, by
the
the way.
somewhat lifeless body of Pussaith.
So,
Oh, he's dead.
Draxos, I just want you to know
He's
that Dwaynicus
unconscious,
is
but he's not
crying.
doing great.
Cure
Oh.
Wound says a
Oh, okay.
creature you touch regains a number of hit points. So I do the only logical thing. And I rest my lips upon his.
Alright, cool.
Whoa.
Wow.
I grab his arm, and I cast Cure Wounds, but on the 2nd level.
Cool, so, do you have to roll, like...
2d8, and
Cool.
then it's 2d8 plus 4.
Nice. What'd you get?
Hold on, it's just teetering.
Daryl, you should probably start
Okay.
using your bardic inspiration. To be entirely honest, you haven't used it like at all yet, and you could also do like 2d6 or whatever extra damage on melee attacks, but you're just like not. So I'm like,
Dude.
so what'd you get?
I mean, I only had 2 turns. I did the one melee attack like with.
Yeah, you can do bardic inspiration as a bonus action.
Yeah, I know, but like, I
Okay.
was just like.
Cool. I'm sorry. So what'd you get, Joseph?
14.
14. So you were
Full health.
Brilliant light goes over Pussaith for a moment, like closing wounds, and his eyes
As
open.
my
and he
eyes
jumps up with a
open,
start.
I say, "Ugh, gay."
Nice. It is now. This one makes an attack for Pussaith. It's one that was in the middle of the path originally, but now it's gotten complicated. Or actually, is he? Yeah, he's still there.
Let's get a drawing number 2.
I can read. I can redraw it actually really quickly if you want, because this looks really bad now.
Yeah. Can you
So
just do
hold
like
on.
triangles for zombies and like circles for us? That'd be
Cool.
fun.
Sure.
Hey,
And then put
triangles.
like R for me because I'm rock gnome, so that it's not confusing with like Draxos and Dwaynicus.
Hold on.
Or you could
Bless
write
you.
PhD on it because he's DR. Oh wait, no, Draxos is DR. Never mind.
And then
And don't forget to donate to me on motherfucking loot. I know you've been doing it.
I caught up like this morning.
Yeah.
okay. So.
Yes.
This is the current configuration. Hold on. Okay. So the triangles are zombies. The circle with the P beside it is Pussaith, and behind him is Dwaynicus, and then in the back there's the circle with the A, which is Ashen, and beside him, Draxos. And then those are the living zombies as well. And that's it. And there's buildings around, but like not immediately around. They're not like cover or anything. Like you could run to them. But there's no real point, I guess. So that's
Alright.
as it stands right now. This one makes an attack. So the one that's like on the right side of Pussaith in the front makes an attack and gets an 8, which is a miss, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then the one that ran. Oh, actually, did I fuck this up already? It's pretty good. Hold on. I've lost track of one of these guys. Oh no. That's correct. Okay, cool. The one behind those guys. So the one like between the part, like everybody, kind of goes towards and tries to hit Draxos. Gets a 13, which is a hit, and then does 2 damage.
There's 2 on me.
Then, the zombie on the left side of Pussaith like tries to attack him as well. Gets a 20, not a natural 20, so that's fine. And does 4 damage.
Wow.
And then the one that was kind of coming around, like, see the one that was like right beside Ashen and Draxos attacks Ashen. Gets a 5 and it misses.
Yes.
And now it's Ashen's turn.
Okay, I'll attack the one closest to me and Draxos.
Cool. So do you want to do
I'll use a rapier attack.
Yeah, sure. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
20, not the natural 20.
Okay, cool. And then roll damage. 1d8 plus 3.
8.
Cool. So it misses you, and you kind of spin out of the way and make a slash at its neck, and it comes clean off and plops down into the water, and the body falls after it. The dull thud into a splash.
Hey.
It is now Draxus' turn. So there's another one that's like right in front of you, though it was between the party. Now it's right in front of Draxus.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast another firebolt.
Cool. On that one, it's in melee range, so you'll have disadvantage on the attack roll.
It's fine.
Okay, so you can go ahead and do that. Are you attacking that one, the one right in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll an attack. Roll so 2d20 and pick the lowest one.
Roll 2d20?
Yeah, it's disadvantage, so you roll 2 and you pick the lower one.
Okay. If my thing can actually load, that'd be great. Come on. I guess my internet is really fucking slow. Like the teal dice thing isn't like
True.
working when I'll throw
It's
2d20.
It's probably like it takes a little more like work to load than like other dice utilities because it's actual physical dice. If you found one that's like just numbers, basically, you could use that. It just doesn't look as good. Let me see if I have any of those linked anywhere.
Sorry, my sisters came into my room.
No worries.
In the middle of the swamp?
What
Oh,
happened?
that's crazy.
Alright. It finally worked. I got the lowest one was a 15.
Okay, that hits. I'll go ahead and roll damage.
So for my firebolt. 10. Got a 7.
Cool. So you kind of just lean back and spray a bolt of fire into its face, and its head just bursts into flames, and its eyes melt away, and its skin burns off, falls on its knees, and kind of claws at its head and falls into the water. The puff of smoke and the sound of water vaporizing. So that one's dead as well.
Cool.
So there's now just the two attacking Dwaynicus and Pussaith, and it is now. Actually, it's probably their turn. Oh no, it's now Pussaith's turn.
Alright. So I put my arms out in front of me like I'm holding a handgun, and I have my rapier in my right hand, and I say, looks like I'm gonna die another day. And then I put the rapier into the chest of the one that's closest to me, and I like pull it up and outwards.
Okay, make an attack roll. I like the description of that.
Alright, I got a fucking 7.
Alright, that missed. So you make this lunge for it and just kind of go. Actually, you embed your blade right in it and it kind of just sticks and you just pull it back out and the zombies don't even seem to notice. You must have like missed that. Important.
Alright,
It
and
just
then I
kinda
scream
stands
like
there.
a girl and I say, Dwaynicus, save me.
Are you like never gonna use bardic inspiration? You have 4
Alright,
uses per rest.
I use Bardic Inspiration right now.
Okay, well you can give it to somebody.
I give it to Dwaynicus.
Okay, there you go. So Dwaynicus put down 1d6 in the 8 inspiration box at the top left. You can use that to improve an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw.
So my thing. Can you remember that it's 1d6?
Yeah, I have it written down. I'll keep note of that. Sure.
D&D Beyond doesn't have a way to like keep what kind of dice it is. It just has like a,
Oh, true. It's
tick.
until Daryl levels up a lot, it'll still be d6. But like I like having it written down exactly what you have.
Yeah.
Just so you-
it just has a tick box for it.
Funny. Okay, well yeah. So you have 1d6. Okay, cool. And it is
Alright.
now your turn.
So Pussaith, when you said save me, did you mean like you need another heal or like just
No, I'm 13
haha,
health.
save me? Okay.
I'm just scared of
You have
zombies. I don't
13
want to
health.
die
I
again.
thought you had like you were at 14, then you took 4 damage.
When was
Didn't
that?
you?
14.
What was your healing roll? Sorry, did you have the healing roll with like its modifier, like the +4, or did you
It was 10 plus 4.
Yeah, it's only
Oh.
14. So you're down to 10 right now.
All right.
What's your
Like
max?
same. I told
17.
that's why it's like hard to like not clarify.
What's your max?
17.
17 is his max, and he was
You know
like.
what? I'm gonna use.
You also have use of wild shape, which you haven't tried yet.
I'm not particularly trying yet, and I feel like I should keep Pussaith alive, so I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on him again, but this time first level.
I can go ahead and
So
do that.
it's only 1d4. So I'm just gonna.
Cool.
Sorry, 1d8.
Cool.
Plus... Oh my god, 5.
So you bump up to 15 health. It is now the zombie right in front of Pussaith's turn. Makes an attack. 15, and then does 4 damage.
Yeah.
It is now the one in front of Dwaynicus' turn. Gets a natural 20. And does 11 damage. And then it is now Ashen's turn. So basically, like, you and Draxos are in the back, and then up ahead of you, Pussaith and Dwaynicus are standing side by side, and there's 2 zombies in front of them.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I run towards them.
Okay. Cool. You're probably about 10 feet out from the zombies.
Okay. I can't use my short bow, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Can I use my short bow?
Yep, sure. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
17.
Yep, that hits. And then roll for damage.
7.
Cool. Cool.
I kind of like this other dice roller better than the 3D one. It's just faster.
Yeah, it's definitely more efficient. I just like the look of actual dice.
True.
It's now Draxos' turn.
So who's the closest zombie?
They're kind of like just beside each other. There's the one that Ashen just attacked with an arrow, and the other one just kind of like standing beside them almost. Basically, it's like Dwaynicus and Pussaith on the front, and in front of each of them there's a zombie.
Okay. I'll cast Firebolt at the one that's closer.
They're equally far. Which one do you want to do? Left one or the right one?
Left one.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll to hit.
I roll. I got a 13 dice roll.
Cool, that hits, and then roll damage.
3 damage.
Cool. Now it is Pussaith's turn.
Alright.
What did the 3 damage do? Did it
Yeah,
hit him?
it just-
There's nothing.
It glances off the zombie's shoulder, and there's a scorch mark along it. It is looking pretty rough for the zombie as well.
Alright. I try the scene that I described last time again. And I say,
Repeat
hopefully it works this
verbatim.
time. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I just whispered to myself, I hope this works this time. And then I do it.
Natural 20.
Yo, it's 22.
Cool. Go ahead and make an attack or a damage roll. Do you want to use your Bardic Inspiration thing, like the College of Whispers
Sure.
thing? Want me to
why
read
not?
you what that
Who
does?
fucking cares? So D8, D8 to D6, right?
Probably. Let me like look. Make sure I know what it is. Yes.
Hold on. Alright, so roll.
So yeah, 1d8, 2d6, and then add 2 to that.
19.
Cool. So you shove the blade into it and you swipe out, and this like kind of shockwave almost emanates out from it and tears the body right in half. A part of it splashes into the water beside you, and the lower legs are just kind of blown away from you from the psionic force. So you killed that one. Like
And
very
I
very.
I put out a peace sign and I wink.
Nice, great. It's now Dwaynicus's turn. There's just the one zombie in front of you now.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with the spear charge.
With the rock bottom.
Hit him
Nice.
with the rock bottom.
So go ahead
Charge
and
him with my spear.
okay. Roll attack on that.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna charge him with my spear.
Alright, cool.
Natural 20, baby.
Nice. And then go ahead and roll 1d6
Bardic
damage.
inspiration. How do I use that?
You would have used that to try and hit. So like if you had gotten a shittier roll than that, you can add that d6 to your hit roll.
Okay.
But you don't even need to. And you can do that after you see if what roll you got, but not after you know if it succeeded or failed. That's all. So if you got like a 3, you could have added like d6 to it and see if that helped.
Okay.
Yeah. But so as now you just roll damage.
I just roll for damage.
Yeah. So I've been doing it like you roll the 1 die for your damage and you double it. So roll a d6 and just double that.
Okay. 2.
Like doubled, or is that the base?
I rolled a 1.
Okay, perfect. So you do this, you yell and do this dramatic jab into it, and you kind of just plunk into its like hip or something, and it kind of gets shaken a little bit. And you pull out the spear, and it's just standing there. You're not like the largest creature, so not a ton of force behind it, but you made a wound nonetheless.
As I was attempting to charge through the water, I achieved a max speed of 0.5 kilometer per hour.
Yeah, sounds about right. Just like water sloshing away like crazy, and you're like screaming this big lunge, and you're kind of just like really wading through the water, and you just poke it with the sharp end of the spear. Nice. It's now its turn, so it takes a big swing at you after you've.
He hears me
into it.
scoff.
It gets a 14, which I think hits, and then it does 6 damage.
Okay.
Cool. Are you knocked unconscious?
Not even close, baby. I have 11 health.
Are you sure?
I mean, my max is 28. So.
Yeah, you took a lot of damage this fight. I thought I have you down as at 0.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. No, like I've been keeping it up. I swear. Like I swear, I took 9 damage the first. Sorry, I didn't take 9 damage the first time. I took.
You took a couple of like hits at the beginning. You took a critical hit last round, and then you hit right now. Like, I don't know.
Hit?
Yeah,
What?
I'm pretty sure that was last round.
Was that me?
Yeah. It was. You might be confusing it for Draxus, but
No.
it's not.
No, but like I swear, there's never been a point in time where you said you take this damage and I put it in.
I said you take 11. Did you like not hear that last round? Like I maybe I should be more clear about it, but I have you down as like having taken that much. Like, you're at 0 health right now.
Out of 28?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Someone check the logs.
I mean, I guess I'm dead then.
You're unconscious. You're not dead. You're just not. You're.
But like, I swear, like.
Like I don't know. I definitely have you down for 0. And like exactly 0 as well. Like I don't know.
Dwaynicus trying to cut a deal with death.
No, I
Bro, I swear.
No,
Oh, come on! I've been paying attention. I'm not dying. It's now Ashen's turn.
Okay.
Shoot him.
How many are there left?
There's
One.
just the one that just knocked Dwaynicus out.
Okay. I'll use my short bow again.
Cool. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
18.
Cool. And then roll for damage.
Wait, so what about death save?
So every of his turns, he rolls a d20, I can check what the DC is, but basically, like if he gets above that, it's a success. If he gets below that, it's failure. If he gets to 3 failures, he dies. If he gets to 3 successes, he returns to 1 health, but is still unconscious.
Okay.
7, cool. So you, after seeing him just club your ally into the water, you pull back an arrow and you just let loose, and it flies right through the eye socket, carrying the eyeball out the back of its head, and it stumbles forward a step towards you and collapses into the water right beside Dwaynicus. If I'm not mistaken, you guys do have a couple of health potions still floating around. At least,
I
at least one of them.
I have a spell. So do I remove death? Save failure?
Yeah, as soon as you're, as soon as you
Okay.
either stabilize, die, or are healed,
Okay.
you take away all your failures
Okay.
Ooh.
and success. You basically, like, if you're, so you take away the failures, you're good now.
Alright. So I use healing word on Dwaynicus.
Cool. So go ahead and roll. Or want me to find the stats for that? Well,
Yes, please.
I can't believe I didn't notice that I had taken 11
yeah,
damage.
I wonder. Like, I'm not sure.
Maybe someone.
But I mean, I
What?
trust you, so it's probably.
Yeah, I think you must. I must have just like not made it clear that it was you. So like, I assumed you were writing it down when I was, or something. Because like, I haven't keep track. Like, I normally actually wouldn't keep track of who's taking damage, but I've written down like every time somebody takes a hit, or I've subtracted from their health, so like I know. Well, and I know you're at full health at the beginning because you had a long rest. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I'll check the video at some point. And I'll see if I fucked up badly, but I don't think I did.
It's like it's totally cool.
Yeah.
You're-
I mean, you guys lived. It was dramatic, actually. You guys, that was quite the fight, but you guys lived. So it's 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Alright. So D4
Use it
plus
level
4,
1.
right?
Yeah.
Alright. 5.
Cool. So you bring them back from the brink.
Can I use it again?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
It's okay. Wait.
Just make sure you manage your spell slots.
I'm gonna use my own cure wounds on myself.
You guys can also take a rest, like a short rest, not a long one, but you can take a short rest. I mean, it's
Yeah.
swampy and wouldn't be that nice, but at
Can
least there's like buildings around.
Can we
to
just
rest
like see which is like the most, which like might be the nicest house?
Yeah,
to
make
go
a
rest
perception check. Anybody that wants to see if any of the houses are good. You've killed all the zombies. so you're
Ashen's good at
to know.
that. I'm gonna help Ashen.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So
My
Ashen rolled
perception's
2d20
4.
perception. Your perception, yeah. So you can make one too, and maybe or someone can assist you or not.
Wait, do I roll 2d20s?
Yeah. So roll 2d20 and pick the highest one.
Okay. A natural 20.
Nice. Yeah. So that's. So you guys just kind of quickly move around the buildings, looking at everything. So most of them are like fully rotten or like severely submerged into the water, but one of them actually has like some amount of like just at the side, the very side on the inside is like slightly dry, at least not covered in water, but just kind of dirty, muddy. And there's that's about it actually. As you went through, you noticed there's one of the buildings has a small wooden chest in like fairly good condition considering the level of rot in this general area, and it's covered in moss and partially submerged in the water. But you have found one building that could at least shelter you guys for a little while.
Let's rest there for a little bit.
Okay, so
I pull out
guys
the hay
keep
from my
track of the
bag and I lay down a bit for everybody, so that we're not sleeping on mud.
you guys can take a rest, or you can look at the chest first, or whatever. It's up to your discretion. But somebody said take a rest.
I'd rather take the rest.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, you want to check the chest, Draxus?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you go over and you
The
try
thing
and
is,
find
no, see, because
a latch to undo?
I'm thinking that the chest is like trapped,
Yeah.
but also
Well,
if we
so-
sleep, then it might be gone.
As you try and pull the latches out from the chest
I'm not
opens
checking
and
it with
bites your
Draxus.
hands.
I said it before you said it. I said that I wasn't with Draxos.
Lol. I mean, you don't have to be in the building with him, but you should. I mean, okay. I guess you could just stay away from him and let him fight whatever this is.
So
So
I'm on my own dealing with this box with teeth.
I assume the party was like nearby.
This
If I
is,
were speaking personally, like from.
I'm very far behind because I was extremely suspicious about the chest.
So just the open like just clamps on my hand kind of thing.
Well, it has it's
mimic.
not actually just the chest. You just or sorry, were you trying to open it or just looking at it? I guess I assume you're trying to open it.
I was looking at it first. Like,
Oh.
I went over to look at it. I didn't
But
really-
Okay.
Just straight up bite him.
It already jumped on him though.
No,
Yeah, no, like sorry, try to make that more clear next time. 'Cause I thought you were
he
opening
opened it because he was like, because I assumed he opened it anyway because you were like, "Do you want to open the chest?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, because like you guys were like, "Oh, I want to go like rest," and he's like, "Oh, now I'm gonna like get this chest." I'm like, "Okay." So it makes an attack at you. It tries to bite you. It gets a 12.
I have an armor save of 13.
Okay, so it clamps down, and you feel its teeth grate along your skin, but you have some degree of scaliness and toughness to you since you are a draconic sorcerer. So you pull your hands out unscathed. But everybody roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
I imagine he's inside, and you guys are kind of standing around the outside as he
12.
checks this out.
Natural
17.
Cool. Hold on.
Wait,
let me
also
get a new page going here.
There's more than just the chest?
No, I want to make sure I know where everything is.
Alright, I'm at the back.
Mimics pop out.
Natural 20, but my initiative is -2.
The natural 20 still like gets, or like I consider that getting you to the front of the thing. So you go first, and no one else got a natural 20. Sorry. So can we go through those all again? So I know a natural 20, and then
I got a natural 20 as well.
nice. Okay, so I think you'll probably go first since you're like right in front of the thing. And then Dwaynicus, and then what is your thing, Pussaith?
17.
17, and Ashen?
12 last.
12, cool. So, yeah, Draxus, it is your turn.
I used detect magic on it to see if like what we're working with.
Okay. So you cast that. It's you're familiar actually with this creature. It's a mimic, and so you know it's magical in nature and monstrous and many other things. Not a great thing to have stuck your hand into it, but you managed to get out unscathed so far. So, that's so you can do a bonus action if you have one available. Otherwise, it's Dwaynicus' turn, or you could try and move, but it'll get an attack opportunity.
I cast minor illusion as like an additional thing, and I try to make an illusion of a basket of fruit beside it, away from me.
Why?
Hold on. Let me like look at this first.
Distraction.
Alright. Maybe the chest will want to eat fruit.
Sorry.
Okay.
Did Draxos finish?
What's your spell save, or so yeah? What's your spell difficulty like thing? Draxus.
Attack spell or what?
No, your spell save DC. So like when you cast a spell on something that makes them like take a saving throw. What is it?
13.
13? Alright, cool. The creature's actually momentarily distracted by, you can see its eyes, several eyes adorning the top of the chest, all like flicker over, staring at the nearby fruit.
Wow.
It is now
What the
Dwaynicus' turn.
Fuck.
I'm gonna use second level cure wounds on myself.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll all that.
I didn't know that chests like eating fruit.
It's
a
just
mimic,
it's just a little
not
monster. Yeah, it's not.
It's a
It's
mimic.
not really a. You know.
Oh shoot.
It's a living thing, man.
Yeah, man. Gotta eat.
So I got 13.
Cool. So just add that up to your health.
Okay.
It is now Pussaith's turn.
Before I go, what does the short rest do again?
Short rest. You regain certain features, like your bardic inspiration, I believe, restores when you take a short rest.
Okay.
You can expend hit dice to heal yourself,
Okay.
and I don't remember if it restores spell slots or not. Let me check. I think actually I can check this easily. Spell slots. No, and it just restores certain features like bardic inspiration and similar things like that. As well as letting you guys heal yourselves by just chilling. You still have your bardic inspiration, Dwaynicus, because it's not been long since that zombie fight. You guys kind of immediately checked out the town and stumbled upon this chest. So just a heads up. And then it's so it's your turn, Pussaith. But to answer your question, basically, you guys could have healed and like you could have gained back your bardic inspiration dice.
Okay. I'd like to hit it with my whispers.
Dissonant whispers.
Yeah. No,
Sure.
sorry. Like with my rapier and use
Okay,
the
cool.
whispers.
So you walk up and try and stab it with your blade.
Yeah.
Cool. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
15.
Cool. Yep, and go ahead and make a damage roll. So like if you're using the thing, take away 1 from your bardic inspiration, and do like 1d8 and 2d6. 11 total.
Yeah.
And that's with your like +2 or whatever from your dexterity. Cool.
Oh no, sorry, 13.
I don't want to forget that. Cool. So you puncture it with the blade, and it screeches, and purplish blood squirts out of the wound as you remove the rapier from it. But it seems to be hungry and hardy still. It's not badly affected by this. It's now Ashen's turn.
Yeah. I'll use a rapier attack.
Cool. If you go around behind it and attack it, you get sneak attack bonus because you have advantage. So you can like run in there and go around behind it and try and attack it.
Okay, plus sneak attack.
Cool. So you're standing behind it now. Roll 2d20 and pick the highest one.
6.
That's the highest one.
Yeah.
And that's I guess with your is that with your dexterity or no?
Okay, so 9.
9. Okay. You try to swipe at it with the blade, but it just kind of squishes away from you, like through the muck, and you manage to just barely miss. It's now its turn. It's after being slashed at like that. Actually, after being stabbed by Pussaith, it makes an attack at it. Hold on.
Pardon?
Sorry, I'm just reading something in my. Cool. So it makes a biting attack. Like it's a natural 20.
What the fuck, dude?
It does 14 damage to you.
So I'm unconscious again.
It is now Dwaynicus. It's now Draxus' turn.
So how far is the mimic from us?
You're standing right in front of it, because you kind of reeled back and from it biting you. Behind it is Ashen. Beside you, just on your right, is Pussaith, and then standing still outside the hut, just slightly, is Dwaynicus. So you're right in
Can I
front of it.
attempt to talk to it?
Bitch, I'm fucking unconscious. You trying to talk to this chest?
Hey man, I just wanna know its secrets. I wanna know what it knows.
Its secret is that it killed me.
No,
Actually, you're right. It's not a secret. It's painfully obvious to everyone.
Make a persuasion check. What do you want to say to it?
What do I want to say? How long you do? I don't know.
If you're trying to stop it from eating you guys, you got to see something like that. You want to grab its attention with something, make it like halt. Just asking it a question in the middle of a fight probably wouldn't provoke much of a response.
Hey, you mimic. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Make a persuasion check.
Having a speech impediment.
Fuck. I don't know exactly what to say, but I try to like.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Holy shit! Natural 20.
Despite you just kind of stuttering and stumbling over your words, the creature just stares at you for a moment, and you hear this low guttural sound that could have been something like a what or something. We can't quite tell. It doesn't have the most developed vocal capabilities, but it seems to have just responded to your question. It's now Dwaynicus' turn. But you've just seen this unfold. It's actually seemingly responding to Draxus right here.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds level 1 on Pussaith.
Okay. Cool, so you walk in and just lay hands on him and do that? Because he's inside the hut now attacking the thing? Or he was. So you can go ahead and do that.
10.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like most of his health anyways.
Nice.
He's standing, but probably not very happy. It's now your turn, Pussaith. So you can see, as you wake up, you hear Draxus having to talk to this.
I wasn't done my turn.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So I'm going to use my druid craft to make a small sound of an animal deeper in the swamp.
Okay. What kind of animal, if I may ask? Alright, go ahead and roll. Or is that it?
Yeah.
Alright. The mimic seems to hear the noise, but pays it almost no regard, and is still kind of intent and watching Draxus at the moment. And now it's Pussaith's turn.
Hold on. What does enthrall do?
Enthrall. It is a one-action spell. It lasts for a minute. You weave a distracting string of words, causing creatures of your choice to make wisdom saving throw. If you're fighting the creature or your companions are fighting the creature, it has advantage on the save. On a failed save, it has the target has disadvantage on perception checks made to perceive anything except for you until the spell ends. So you can make it basically just grab its attention very intensely.
Okay, so like that's if it succeeds, right?
That's if it fails the check. If it fails its save, you've like grabbed its attention so intensely that it's hard to see anything else.
Okay. I use enthrall.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to do a bonus action of any kind? Or I guess that's probably.
Does it work?
Let me see. Yeah, you know, now that I ask, I should probably check if it happens first. What's your spell save DC? Sorry.
It is 14.
Yeah, you start whispering.
Okay, according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. Barry, breakfast is ready.
It stares at you, and as you can see, its focus is very intense, just watching you right now. And now it's Ashen's turn. It seems it's no longer paying attention to what Draxus was saying.
Can you do another sneak attack?
Yeah, you're still behind it.
Wait, I asked Ashen if our plan is to kill it.
I mean, Draxus was distracting it, and then you like pulled its attention away magically. So it's, I mean, you haven't done anything to make it not want to attack you. So it's probably just gonna attack you when it can.
I mean, it's charmed for a minute.
It's what?
It's charmed for a minute, right?
It's not charmed.
Oh, it's oh.
It has disadvantage on perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends. So it's really focused on you, and that's about it. Charmed makes it not attack you. This thing's like it's now not only still angry, but now focused entirely on you, basically. It's mostly an out of combat thing, right? Like you're all just sneaking around.
Someone playing Contra?
I think that's Patrick's microphone. So it's Ashen's turn.
Oh, rapier attack.
Alright. So you have advantage, so roll 2d20, pick the highest, and add thing.
16.
Cool. Go ahead and roll
Holy
damage.
shit.
Wait, no, 16 plus 5, so...
Cool, yeah, that definitely hits. So, roll, 1d8 and 1d6, because of sneak attack bonus.
So let's add them both together, so...
Yep, and then
4,
add 3 to that, even, because...
7.
Cool. You've had some, like, unlucky rolls today, I have to say. So, it's staring intensely at, Pussaith, and then you stab it through its back, and it lets out this screech, and some blood starts to trickle out of the the back of it. But let me see if it's still. Does it stop being enthralled? I think it's still enthralled. And it's now its turn, so it tries to take a bite out of Pussaith.
Fuck, man.
It gets like 6 or something,
Alright, thank goodness.
or 8, but still, it wouldn't
Thank
have
goodness.
got you anyways. It's now Draxos' turn.
Alright, I like this.
I'm not sure he can like even hear me right now. It's probably his internet.
Come the game, boy.
Oh, man. I'm gonna server mute him and I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, he's talking now, isn't he? Hold on. Or is that still the thing? Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Your mic was like freaking right out, so.
A lot of the times, like whenever you're talking, it just gets cut out, so I miss
True.
a lot of stuff.
No, yeah, it was like I could just tell for a while you weren't hearing it at all. It was just your mic was just like making tons of noise and you weren't saying anything, so it was like, hello.
So
It's your
my
turn
now, right?
Yeah, it is. Did you hear the whole
Okay.
thing where like it was enthralled by Pussaith?
Yeah, I heard that.
Then okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, it's your turn.
Alright, I walk up behind it and I decide to use shocking grasp right
Cool.
over top of it.
Cool. So it's so intensely focused on Pussaith that you manage to creep around without even flickering its head at you, and you lay your hands on it. So go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Alright, what I missed?
Natural 20 again. What
Nice.
The fuck?
And then roll damage on that. So roll the one like damage die and double it.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
So everybody's got a natural 20 today and I've been unconscious twice. I like this.
You know what? My natural 20 was followed by a 1.
Oof.
So
So what's the
really
damage
bad?
on that? You should try using the other dice utility patch because it'll just be way faster. Because just like numbers.
1d8.
Yeah, do 1d8
I
and
got
just
a
double it.
3. I got a 3, so I got a 6.
6? Okay, cool. So it's still watching, like, Pussaith, and you lay your hands on it, and just, like, this flicker of electricity goes along your wrists and into the back of the thing, and it again shrieks. You can see its tongue lashing around, and its form shudders, but it's holding together and is clearly furious and starting to kind of drool. It's now Dwaynicus' turn.
I don't have many spells. I only have 2 level 1 spell slots left.
Mm-hmm. You guys can't take a long rest until like tomorrow, because it's still like nighttime, like not long after you do that short rest or the long rest. Sorry.
Draxos, you did like you know about mimics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
seems to be familiar with them.
Can I use
Yeah, I'm familiar with
poison
them.
on it? Will it affect him? Because I know
Can
it
you
doesn't
use-
work on the
Can
zombie.
you use what?
Poison.
Will I be able to use poison?
Make,
should work.
You can make a history check if you want, or you can just like take his word for it. But like Patrick, you can make a history check if you'd like to
I'll do a
see if your
history
character can
check.
recall. Because basically you can either act off your own personal knowledge or like sorry, what'd you get?
13 plus 2, so
Yeah, so
I think
you
maybe
seem to
you can-
think he lets you know that the creature doesn't seem to have any resistances to poison. It seems like that he can recall, anyways. So it
Okay.
should work.
So I'm gonna use poison spray on it. So it has
Cool.
to make a Constitution saving roll of 14.
All right, cool. It doesn't make it. So what's the damage?
1d12. So I'm gonna do
Cool, nice,
that. 7.
nice.
Suck
So
on
this little splash of, or the spray of poison, flies into its. So sorry, I miswrote this already. Flies into its face and it's kind of absorbed into its skin, and you see the kind of almost like slight burning, and it shudders a little bit at the poison entering its system, but it's still mostly just intently focused on Pussaith, not clearly shaken or anything of the sort. It's now Pussaith's turn.
I try
Still
to speak
enthralled.
to it.
Okay. What do you want to say? Keep it short because a round is generally 6 seconds long, so you wouldn't be able to say that much theoretically. Like everything kind of supposedly happened simultaneously, but all within the span of 6 seconds. So couldn't really like read a novel to it if you.
Are you evil?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh fuck my life. 10.
It's staring at you and listening to you, but instead of a proper response even close to the language, it just screeches at you and you see bits of mucus flying out of its mouth right towards you. They don't hit you or anything, but the creature doesn't seem to be responding much to your questions at the moment.
Are you evil?
Yes. So I mean, probably a pretty good answer anyways, but he didn't answer verbally, he just kind of
Answered
screeched.
the question perfectly.
Yeah. It is now Ashen's turn. You're still behind it. You can just keep stabbing it if it seems to be preoccupied anyways.
Right. So there's no sneak attack?
It's still sneak attack, yeah, you're still behind it, you're still getting the advantage on it, so yeah, sneak attack.
So 9, 14.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage, so 1d8 and 1d6. Then plus your dexterity mod.
15.
Nice.
Wow.
The blade kind of strikes down and you kind of force it to the side. Like you pierce its back and you shove your arms across and pull it out. This huge gash kind of comes across its back. Blood is pouring out, and the creature, its eyes start to kind of close slightly, but it's still watching. Its tongue droops a little bit, so it's clearly weakened, but it's still very focused and enthralled by Pussaith at the moment. It's now its turn. It makes a attack at Pussaith again with its tentacle. It's a very weird creature. Natural 20.
Are you fucking joking? Like,
I'm really sorry about that. It does 5 damage.
5 damage? How's
5
that
damage.
possible?
I rolled a 1 for its damage.
Wait.
And it has like a +3
It has a
modifier to its
+3.
hit. Yeah. But so like instead of being instantly killed or whatever, you're just slapped. So the tentacle like whacks across your face and there's a big red mark on you, but you're not knocked unconscious or killed at the very least, and you're grateful for that. It's now Draxos' turn once more.
The tentacle molests you, but critically, so you take 5 damage.
Yeah. Normally it would just be like emotional, but instead it actually physically hurts.
Am I still behind it?
Yes, you are, because it hasn't turned around.
All these shocking touches.
Cool. Go ahead and roll damage or roll attack with advantage.
Okay. That does a 3. Throw again. Got a 9 plus. So my dice is 9, so what was the thing?
It's plus your whatever your spellcasting modifier is. Which for you is charisma, and proficiency is +5.
Yeah, so 14.
Cool. Hits, so roll damage.
Cool. Roll. Got a 1.
Cool. These almost like little tiny sparks kind of flutter out from your hands as you touch it, but it makes this very slight burnt patch on. It doesn't seem to do any significant damage. You hardly even notices. Still kind of enthralled by Pussaith's presence. It is now Dwaynicus' turn.
Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Druidcraft to instantly make a flower blossom. For no reason in particular.
Cool. Where is it blossoming?
I see a lily pad in the swamp,
Uh-huh.
and I pointed it very
And-
aggressively.
Yeah.
And a teeny tiny flower blooms.
Cool.
Alright, now that that's done, I'm gonna cast level 1 Cure Wounds on Pussaith.
Sure.
Sigh.
It's not,
8.
yeah,
8.
8. Nice. It is now Pussaith's turn.
I try and ask again. Are you evil?
Roll a d20, make a persuasion check.
Oh my god. You know we could kill this thing?
Dude, I got 18.
And again, this like low guttural sounds come from it. It seems to rumble down in the kind of depths of the chest, and it sounds like hungry. And that's all you get out of it. It's Ashton's turn again.
Yo, feed it!
Oh,
What do you
No,
want?
oh, wait. I have massive frog legs.
You have lots of massive frog legs.
Wait.
Toss it in!
How many should we throw in?
You could probably do one in each hand. Or actually, I guess it'll take a bit of time to take the bag off of your back, and then you grab one out the other hand, and you can try it and throw it in.
Okay, I'll put the bag on the ground. I'll grab one.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check because it does have a lot of teeth.
16.
16? Yeah. So you throw the frog leg in. Oh, actually, you're good anyways. And it quickly clamps down and crunches up. You see kind of bits of skin flying out, and it's just mashing this up into a pulp. It's this big sickening swallowing noise, and it sits there, and its tongue kind of hangs out. It's just sitting there. It's now its turn, and it kind of its attention being drawn to Pussaith is broken, and it turns around and kind of stares up at Ashen expectantly.
Yo.
It's now Draxos' turn.
Draxos, try and talk to it again!
Take some from my bag.
So what do you want
Take a frog leg.
His bag is on the floor between you guys, so if you want, you can just reach in and grab a leg or two.
There's like 5 left.
Yeah, he butchered
What do you want me to grab?
Dinner.
Ashen has frog legs in his bag.
Yeah, so last session they killed a bunch of bullywugs, which are like 4 foot tall frog creatures. They butchered the legs off afterwards, so he's been carrying those around shortly. So like there's kind of you can see if you look into the bag, there's just like a bunch of frog legs, like some of the feet slipping out, or like poking out of the top of the bag.
I go and grab the frog legs and throw it at him.
He just eats it with a big smacking noise again. You hear this brutal crunching and kind of a little bit of frog blood starts to pour out of his mouth, and he swallows contently, and then it is now Dwaynicus' turn.
4 left.
All right. So this is how many frog legs do we have left again? We took 4, right? Or
Yeah,
how many did we take?
6, but now we have
Oh, yeah.
4.
Yeah, you
Oh
probably.
yeah. Okay,
I
so we
don't
have
really
4
remember.
left.
Yeah, sure.
The Tritium had
is
the
it-
other 6.
It's true. We'll say he gave that to like. Actually, let's say he gave it to. Yeah, he split it. Like he gave 3 to Dwaynicus and 3 to Pussaith.
Okay.
So we have a lot more?
Yeah, you guys each have 3, and then
10.
and then Ashen has 4
So we
himself.
have 10, okay.
Yeah, you have 10.
This is good. This is good.
Okay, wait. So you know what? This time, instead of feeding him a whole leg,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cut a chunk off one of the legs with the tip of my spear, and then I try to like throw it into the mimic's mouth from slightly closer than where Draxos did.
Sure. You'd have to kind of reach over it, but you kind of like go real close, and you kind of just swing the large piece of flesh into its mouth, and it just kind of actually its tongue comes up and wraps around it and pulls it into its mouth, and you hear it chewing, but not as messily or noisily since it's not as large of a piece, and kind of just.
As this happens, I yell at the team, "Why are we feeding it?"
You were trying to talk to it earlier. I am the DM, but I gotta say.
Yeah,
trying to talk to
I
it.
say what the DM said. Why were you trying to talk to it earlier?
Yeah. It's now Pussaith's turn.
Homie's gotta eat. That's all.
I ask one more time. Are you evil? No, wait. Are you still hungry?
There you go.
Roll a persuasion check.
Alright. Let's fucking get it.
You can have advantage on it. Fucking go for it. This thing is a little bit appeased right now and
Alright.
such and such.
Yo, I got a motherfucking 25.
It's just another like that low the rumble, and then it breaks down to yes.
Well, fucking
It's now
fat ass, I
Ashen's
say.
turn. Wow. It's now Ashen's turn.
But in Chinese.
Yeah, good call, good call. You want to be careful. Yes, Ashen, your turn. So it's facing you and Draxus still.
I ask it, how much more do you want?
More. That's all it says. It's clearly not the most intelligent creature you've come across.
Does it have a 6 intelligence?
What does it have? It's got a 5.
Just like
Oh shit.
That's your turn to try to talking like, or I guess that's a conceit, like a real like effort to talk to the thing. So it's now its turn, and it kind of, you can see it like it kind of looks around between all of you. Its eyes kind of migrate around its head a little bit as it stares a little bit at each of you, trying to figure out who has more food for it. Now it's Draxus' turn again.
I say I speak to it in deep speech, like what does it want?
The creature kind of looks at you like curiously. You almost see like as if it had eyebrows, it'd probably be creased inwards. It doesn't seem to understand what you just said. It's now Dwaynicus' turn. You guys have been speaking in common to it the entire time so far.
You know what?
Just to clarify.
I don't think I know any languages it would understand.
It's been responding to common. Like, you guys have been speaking in common, and it's been clearly like understanding simple things like kind of food and stuff. And like more, it seems to recognize.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing that I did last time, where I put another chunk of the leg, but instead of leaning over to it, I say, "Come."
Its eyes are watching you, and it. Okay, take a persuasion check first. Make a persuasion check.
Oh damn! I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, 14.
Okay, yeah. So the eyes are staring at you, like the rest of its body turns slowly. The tentacles kind of rotating it, and it looks at you, and it kind of just crawls a couple of inches towards you, and is staring at the meat piece in your hand, waiting. We're gonna stall combat for now, but we won't do it in rounds because it seems to have been pacified, at least temporarily. So it's just whenever you guys want to do something, you can do it. Just try not to overlap each other too much. So it's sitting there waiting for you to do something. It's staring at the food in your hand intently.
I'm going to put the I assume the piece of meat that I cut off will float.
Sure. Yeah, it's pretty thick water.
Like so I'm just gonna like rest it on like the surface of the water.
Okay.
And like, which is right in front of me, and I'm just gonna like take my hand away from it.
Okay. The tongue kind of squiggles out from its mouth and wraps around the meat and pulls it into its mouth quickly and chews up, like as peacefully as it could with such a massive maw and limited intelligence, but chews up the piece kind of nicely and still staring at you guys, trying to figure out what's going on. Basically,
I try to speak to it in Elvish.
Okay.
I ask what would sate its hunger.
All right, cool. Make a persuasion check.
With advantage or?
Nope.
Wow.
Just do a persuasion check for now.
16.
So you say that, and you're trying to speak as clearly as possible to it, and it kind of rotates its eyes and looks at you, and it just, again, has that kind of quizzical look. It doesn't seem to have comprehended what you were saying to it.
Okay. I don't think it understands Elvish.
Patrick, or Drax seemed to know a fair bit about these things. You can try to make another history check and see if he knows anything about it. That might help.
A roll of 16 for my knowledge.
Cool. So you're staring at creatures as they talk about it, and you think back, like you've seen it in some studies and such, and you realize that it's not common for them to speak, but when they do, it tends to be only in common or undercommon, and only very simple sentences anyways. They're just not intelligent enough to hold up a full conversation, but they can generally respond to simple phrases in common. So you probably share that with the group. I imagine. I'll just say your character can mention that to the other.
In common or undercommon?
It really depends on where it lives, but you should assume that because it seems to be living above ground, it recognizes common more often than it would recognize undercommon.
Sorry, I should have waited for him to say something.
Wait, sorry. Who? So did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard.
Okay. So everyone, it's still just kind of
Wait.
hanging it.
I ask in English this time. I mean common.
God.
Is there even an England? Like,
I don't know. There's a China apparently, so there could be.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
So yeah, you want to ask in common. What would sate its hunger?
Yeah.
It's the same low guttural sound. Food. And you can see it takes a lot of conceited effort to form words like that, since its mouth is so kind of gnarled and toothy. But you can understand just barely that it's just mentioning food.
Okay. I ask if we'll get. Okay. Reward? Question mark.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, dude.
While
I
he's
gotta.
doing that, while he's doing that, I'm gonna cut another like piece so that it's like basically I've cut off all of the thigh of the one leg now, so it's just down
Okay.
to the
Cool.
calf. I'm gonna put the calf away, and I'm gonna put that last piece onto the end of my spear, so
Okay.
it's meat on a stick.
Sure.
Just in
What
preparation.
you got for your persuasion
Oh,
roll?
1.
1. So it kind of stares at you, and it's just like you guys make eye contact for a while, and it's just kind of staring back and forth. And then one of its eyes flicker over to the meat on the spear, and its tongue whips around and grabs the meat off of it and starts chewing again. But it doesn't give a response to your question.
I sigh heavily and I ask reward
Okay, make another persuasion check.
13.
It's I mean, it's staring at you, and you can't really divine if it fully understands what you're asking it. But it doesn't seem to be responding negatively either. It's kind of just sitting there like, expectantly almost. So you can't really quite divine what it's doing. You can try. So make an insight check if you want to see like what its intentions are or anything like that. Like you try more variety in your repertoire of roleplay stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Wait, who has the best insight?
I have plus 4.
Same. Ashen?
+1.
So he's got 3 because he's got proficiency and his wisdom bonus.
Oh, sure.
And Draxos?
I think it's a 2 for him. You have the or actually either you or Pussaith.
I think both of us have 4.
Yeah, you have equal. I mean, yeah.
Could I help?
Exactly.
Wait,
Yeah, you can probably assist them since you're both good at it.
Okay.
So you know what? I'm gonna take that calf that like was left of the leg, and I'm gonna cut off an even smaller piece,
Mhm.
and then like I'm just gonna put that on the end of my spear,
Mhm.
and now I'm gonna do the insight check.
Okay, cool.
So with
I have
advantage.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I should have.
Yeah, 12.
So it like once again kind of whips its tongue out and grabs me off the end of the spear and stares at you. From what you can kind of tell by how it's acting, it's really just like thinking about the food. It's not too worried about what you guys are doing. But it's really it seems like it's true, or it seems it wasn't lying. That its focus is really just food. Like it's just a hungry creature to an extent.
Can we just leave it?
Yeah, you guys you
Yeah,
could do whatever you want with it.
Honestly, can we try leading it around?
Sure. Like I mean,
So can we try like walking away and see if it'll follow us?
okay. Are you like you're just walking? Like you all just walk out of the building?
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna cut off another piece of meat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk out of the building, and then I say come again.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Aw, dude, this is where it's my time to shine.
Make it with advantage
22.
too, since you guys have been like jumping
Okay.
at this thing.
Yeah, but I rolled 218, so 22.
All right, cool. Yeah, it kind of like it's still like kind of fairly injured, but its tentacles kind of lash into the water and pull itself forward, like creeping up to the. Sorry, did you put the meat in the water, or what'd you do with it again? I wasn't.
I'm holding it in my hand.
Holding it. Cool. Yeah, it's just kind of creeping towards you, and it's moving like kind of still cautiously and a little bit slowly since it's injured, but it does seem to be
It's
following
injured?
you. Hey, you guys were beating the shit out of it.
Do you guys? No, like I mean, sorry, like It's the injury is affecting its movement.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty badly hurt at this point, so it's
Okay.
a little
Do
bit
you guys-
sluggish.
Do we want to invest in this mimic, or are we just trying to not die to it?
I don't know. Like, I mean, if it's just eating our food, I'd rather kill it and see if it has anything. But I want to see if leaving it alive gets us like a greater reward.
I'm more interested in the fact that now we have a pet.
Oh, I want both of them to be honest, but I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like this mimic was killing all 4 of us. Like it one shot.
You knocked Daryl unconscious like twice or something.
Fucking tilted.
Like I'm just saying, I feel like this is a good party member to have. So the question becomes now: should I use my last spell slot to use Cure Wounds on it, or do you think that's too risky?
I feel like that's too risky, and I mean, it seems to be alright right now, right? It's also eating food, like, I mean, it's not gonna just die, I don't think.
No, but I mean like, as like a way of like establishing that
Oh.
we're not gonna hurt it anymore. Like, do we want to invest that much into it, or are we keeping it alive to kill it another day? You know what I mean?
I don't know, what
I
does the
vote
team
that we
think?
just I could always if we kill it, I could always like dissect it and see if I can use knowledge gained from that for us in the future.
But, like, okay, so, I mean, this one already took a lot of effort. Will we see mimics in the future?
Well,
Yeah,
they
just
speak.
like-
Not, it's actually fairly uncommon for them to speak. This
yeah.
one, like,
You know
maybe
what?
existed before, whatever kind of destroyed these buildings. What was? So I don't know. That's
If we see a mimic in the future, mimic fight. I'm using Cure Wounds on it.
Alright.
all right. Go ahead and roll.
Using cure wounds on the mimic.
This guy
Yep.
could be like our tank because he's really.
So
All right.
So
it's kind of walking
7
towards
health.
you and looking for the meat, and then wait, you're reaching your hand out towards
So
it. And,
I pass it the meat,
yeah,
and then
and
I
it's
also
chewing.
rest my hand on it,
Mhm.
and I use Cure Wounds.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the heal for that. Its eyes kind of stare at you nervously for a second, and then it relaxes when you realize you haven't blown its like brains out or anything like that.
Yeah, so 7 plus 4, 11.
Cool. You can see like some of the blood flow starts to slow down, and it seems a little bit invigorated already. Its eyes open more widely and acutely, and it just seems to be more attentive to the situation at hand. And it's just kind of staring at your hands basically as they rest on its face.
You're healed. Grabs him by the face.
Same.
It's not really what I meant, but like good enough, I guess.
Yeah. All right. It seems content from the best you can tell. It's not. I mean, it was probably angry at being disturbed in the first place, and that you guys tried to, kill it. But it's currently pretty friendly. If a monster like it could be friendly, So
Hell
it's
yeah.
amicable, anyways.
Hell yeah. Then I whip out my Pokeball.
Fuck up. So what do you guys want to do right now? You're kind of just standing around. You just healed the thing. You guys are all just probably standing behind Dwaynicus.
I asked Draxos if mimics tend to have loot.
So I'll speak because he already had like his knowledge check and whatever. They do tend to absorb or consume the equipment of monster or people and things they've consumed. So there's some like significant or some chance that whatever it's consumed isn't dissolved or anything of the sort.
Stay the hell away from my mimic.
It killed me twice. Like, I mean,
I've revived you like 5 times. Get the hell away.
alright, whatever. I die another day, I say.
All right. So what are you guys up to now? You're just kind of standing around at the moment. You're in the
I'm
swamp.
content with whatever the party wants to do. I got a mimic.
Wait, that's his friend now, or?
Can we like...
I guess time will tell, but it's currently. I do an insight check. Who wants to do an insight check? Anybody want to do? Go ahead.
Me. I mean,
Alright, go ahead.
Dwaynicus. I help Dwaynicus.
All right, Dwaynicus, do an insight check with advantage since you're being assisted.
I forcefully assist Dwaynicus into an insight check.
Alright, 14.
So bad. What the hell?
Lol, that's unfortunate, Patrick. It does seem to be friendly. You can't sense really any aggression, at least towards you. I mean, it's been stabbed in the back quite a few times by Ashen, but you did feed it a lot. Actually, he fed it too. Like it's currently peaceful and probably like friendlier than one would expect out of a monster that normally sneaks up and consumes adventurers. So yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah.
Alright, whatever. But I say that we tie some like rope around its mouth or some shit when we take our rest.
Wait, does anyone? I have rope. Wait, not around its like. Do you mean like a leash or do you mean like a?
I don't know. Keep it away from me. I don't want
That's
to
your
I'm
rope.
die.
afraid of the thing. It did knock him unconscious a couple of times.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna. I have 50 feet of rope at the moment.
Uh,
I'm gonna take. Probably 10 feet. 10 feet's a good leash, right?
yeah, I gotta consider the fact that you gotta like tie it around the thing as well or whatever.
Okay.
Unless you're gonna try and feed it to him, but
I was gonna tie it around one tentacle.
okay.
Or is that too like?
No, you can try and do that. Do a sleight of hand check. Actually, do a sleight of hand intelligence check. That's kind of the thing for not tying.
So is it
So
just a,
proficiency if you have it, and if you don't have it, then it's your intelligence modifier.
so proficiency with sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, yes. I think you don't have that, but you add your intelligence instead.
So just add my intelligence. Don't add.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. 10.
Okay. You wrap this kind of not the best knot around its tentacle, and it pulls back a little bit, like just kind of testing the rope and kind of staring up at you, but it doesn't seem to be too upset about it. You can also see that as you tied it on, it was like very sticky. That the tentacles seem to be profoundly sticky. Actually, the creature in general seems to be almost like as if there's a thick layer of mucus, but you can't see it. But it sticks to the rope. But yeah, just you tied the rope around its tentacle and you're holding it. I guess the other side.
All right, official new member of the party. Let's go.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead and write in that it's following you around at the very least.
You give it a name for the mimic.
Dude, Chester.
We gotta.
Yo.
Yo, wait. Can we actually name him Chester?
Yeah, go for it, Patrick BC.
After that.
Yeah, just fucking write down you have Chester or whatever.
Chester the mimic.
Fuck.
Hell yeah!
Alright, so, you guys now have the mimic on a rope, and he's probably still hungry. You're not sure how these things become sated, but you do know there's that kind of dry patch in that one building, and other than that, there's a bunch of corpses floating around.
I try to ask it favorite food.
Meat.
Alright. Alright, there it is. Keep it away from me.
Do we know the consumption?
We gotta ask Patrick.
Alright, ask him
The daily consumption of
about
the
how much
mimic.
it eats.
Patrick,
Yeah.
how much does a mimic eat per day?
Draxos?
Sorry.
Yeah, dude, come
I'm
on.
so sorry.
So he'd tell you that no one
I
people don't often try.
can't hear what you guys are saying.
Lol. They're asking your character how much a mimic tends to eat in a day. And I was just explaining like for you because like you already did your intelligence check.
With frog legs.
So
I rolled an 18.
cool, yeah. No one. I mean, there's not really been experiments of people like trying to feed and tame mimics. So no one really knows how much they eat, but they can consume an adventurer, kind of all in one go. So this is like not a large chest. It's probably like, how tall are you, Dwaynicus?
I am 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, it's probably about 3 feet tall.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
You know.
Yo, that's like, you're like that girl who has clitoris, the big red dog.
And it's probably about like almost 5 feet across. It's like quite the creature, actually.
I think we should call it clitoris, the mimic.
Nah.
The big red mimic.
Okay, but are we settled on the name Chester? Because I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, dude.
I like Chester.
As long as you keep clitoris away from me, I don't give a fuck what you call it.
Yeah, you can't really tell you like how much it could eat, but you know it does eat adventurers generally. I mean, creatures of some sort. It can eat creatures larger than itself, like something that's about 5.5 to 6 feet tall. It could probably eat like in once anything that can really fit into its body. You know, like the dimensions are about 3 by 5 by 2, which is like its height by its length by its thickness. So you could fit a sizable creature in there, right? So that's probably a good gauge.
Can we? So could we lead it to one of the bodies and see if it'll eat it?
Sure.
Let's
You
do
try
that. Oh, this is so cool. I love this.
So there's. Let me see. What's the closest one?
Saunter over to a.
There's a couple of bodies that hadn't animated. Hold on.
Still-
Patrick says he's like not sure he can keep playing because he's DCing a lot.
Okay. Well, while we're doing this, he can rest in the dry.
Yeah, sure.
We still have to investigate the
Just give me one
bodies.
sec.
This is like the side episode.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's
does-
quite the ordeal.
So I guess I'm gonna go with Dwaynicus. Ashton, do you want to check bodies or?
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah, so lead it over to. Sorry, what do you guys want to do right now? Or what do you guys?
Yeah, let's. I'm following Pussaith.
Oh no, I'm following.
Okay,
okay.
he's,
So
you
you know
do
what?
have the thing on a leash, so.
You know
There's a
what,
few bodies
Chester?
strewn about the town that like haven't animated. They're not zombies. They seem to be floating corpses. So
All right, so let's walk towards one of the bodies with Chester.
cool. So you're tugging him along. Actually, let me find Patrick's text, and then I'll just like we can get back into the game fully. Sorry.
No problem.
Oh my god.
That's too bad. So we'll just have him. Like we'll figure out a way to manage that. I mean, having a mimic around is probably stronger than a party member. Like
And Jake here too.
I
Holy
think-
cow.
or yeah, they're pretty beefy creatures. So sorry, what did you say? Did you say something to it, or did you just like lead it?
At the moment, I'm just walking towards.
Okay, sure. So it's kind of just following along. It's attached by a rope, but it's actually it's not like it's reluctant to go along with you. It's fully following you anyways. The rope is kind of just there to lead it slightly.
Yeah.
You guys are walking along. So you arrive at a corpse and you probably show him, yeah.
I point at it and I say, Chester, eat.
You see his eyes widen with excitement, and his mouth extends kind of disgusting proportions. Almost water starts rushing in, and he just consumes the kind of 5-foot humanoid corpse in one big gulp, and he has bone crunching and bits of flesh kind of stuck between his teeth as he munches this thing into a pulp, and this big sickening swallowing noise. And he just sits there and stares at you quite content. Yeah, like it sounds like that. He actually probably burps too. That's perfect. Thank you,
Nice.
whoever that was. So yeah, he's quite happy with that result.
Excellent.
Can we keep things inside him? Do you want to test? Try to like give him something insignificant and then see if
I
he'll
don't-
return it.
I don't know.
Investigate.
Sure, go for it. What do you
Yeah,
want
also,
to?
can we like Arcana check if like
Yeah, we'll say he's still following you guys around. I'll speak for him in a little bit.
yeah,
So you're
can we-
asking
can we
Drax
ask
what he's.
Draxos if mimics can regurgitate things?
You're pretty sure he's pretty sure they can. Like, you're not sure like what prompts them to do so, but like that's the kind of for the same reason that an item isn't lost when it's consumed. Like if an adventurer is eaten, there might still be pieces inside. They could probably expel that thing as well.
Okay, so let's.
Does the mimic eat the bones? Try to get him to spit out the bones.
You know what? Let's go find another corpse.
Okay.
Okay.
There's lots around, so you kind of just go over a few feet to the next one and
Okay.
stand there with it.
So
The mimic.
I like talk a loogie into the swamp, and then I say spit to Chester, and then I break off the leg,
Uh huh.
one of the corpses,
Uh-huh.
and I feed it to Chester.
Okay. Make a intelligence check, like or Make an intelligence check to see if you're able
Just-
to communicate with the thing effectively. Just straight up intelligence. Add your intelligence modifier to it. And I'm just gonna check some.
18.
Cool. You get some like response from him. He seems to maybe understand what you're saying, but you can't quite tell yet. So did you feed him something, and then he's asking him to do this? Sorry, is that what you?
So what I did was I spit, like
Yeah.
I myself spit.
Okay, cool.
Said the word spit to him, and then without saying anything else, I broke a piece, of the corpse off and fed it to him.
Cool.
And then
All right.
I point at the swamp and I say spit.
Okay. Give me one sec.
I just want to see what he does. I don't even. Is it a he? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? So he sits there and you see his body kind of
You
convulsing.
said he. It's a he.
Yeah, there you go. And kind of slime trickles out of his mouth, and he coughs something up that falls into the water. And you reach out and pick it up, and it's this beautiful little gem, actually, that's been expelled from him.
I hand it to Pussaith and I say,
Yeah.
so what was that you were saying about Chester?
I'm the one who started trying to talk to him, bitch.
First of all, it was Draxos first, so you can shut the hell up. Second of all you did was get Chester to attack you.
Obviously I have nothing important to say.
So really, all you do is start conflict, and you're tearing this family apart.
Okay. Cool. So what's next?
So, you know what? I'm content playing with Chester. Like, I feel like I have a good idea, like a decent idea of what's going on.
Okay.
So, like, can we go short rest?
Yeah, sure. So you guys go to that kind of dry patch in that one building.
Wait, where's Ashen? Or is everyone muted? Oh,
I'm here.
Lol.
are you cool with short
so-
resting?
For the purpose of like kind of everything going on in the game, generally that relates to Chester, I will like roll for him and kind of dictate his actions to an extent, just so you have
Okay,
a non-player character following you around.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys take a short rest. So feel free to expend your hit dice to heal.
What are we
Yeah,
gonna do
I
for
don't know.
Draxos?
Sorry.
Wait, sorry, Daryl, go first.
I said, what about Draxos?
We'll have him compelled to leave for whatever reason. Something
Okay.
calls him. Draconic sorcery. I mean, you haven't met a sorcerer before, so you're not quite sure what they're all about.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, he'll leave the party as of now. He didn't have any loot on him or anything, anyways. Who's holding that gem that he coughed up? The
Me.
mimic.
Pussaith.
Cool. I'm just gonna write that into your thing.
How should I describe it?
That's a good question. Hold on.
Also, just like real quick,
Yes.
I've never actually done a short rest.
Hold on. I'll go over that in a second. No worries.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what? Actually, I should just look it up.
You can look it up. It's about the same.
I don't know why I didn't.
It's a small, perfect kind of like prism, basically. Like
What kind of prism?
transparent. Fucking. I don't know. Make it. It's a little pyramid, let's say, like a little tiny translucent pyramid, like four
Okay.
sides. Kind of like, or actually, you know what? It looks like the four-sided die.
Okay.
And what are hit die used for other than short resting?
I don't think they're used for anything, honestly.
So I'm gonna use.
And you can use them one at a time, so you can see how much you get, and you can just use
Yeah,
another
I'm
one if
gonna
you
use
wasn't
a hit
enough.
die.
Just
For
what-
the
sorry, how many?
I think for me it's one. I'm using one.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So you have it's 1d8 and you have 3 of them because you're level 3.
Yeah,
So you can use as
I'm
many.
gonna
As...
roll a d8.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, just tell me I guess how many of
Five.
you used at the end and how much health
So
you have in.
five plus
Cool.
my constitution, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah,
So then, that's 8. So I'm at 26 health.
cool.
18 plus 8.
Oh, yeah, and then you've used one of those dice. Right, total.
Yeah,
Cool.
wait, so,
those restore when you take a long rest, or like most of them restore when you take a long rest.
you're supposed to have a number equal to your level?
Yeah, so equal to your class levels. So like if you had like 3 levels in barbarian and 2 levels in like sorcerer, you'd have 3d12 and 2d6. But because yours one class, you're level 3 bard, so you have 3d8.
Okay.
And you can use them one at a time. You heal for the amount. It says plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay. Can I...
The minimum is 0, so if you have a negative modifier, you can restore no health from it. Just a heads up.
Wow. I'd like to use one.
Sure. So go ahead, roll d8. Tell me what you get.
A fucking one.
Alright, plus something, so you're at 14 health now.
I'm gonna use another one.
Wait, do I... Short resting? How many spell slots do I recover?
You don't get spell slots back, you get like special features like, I think Daryl gets Spark Inspiration back?
Yeah, and I get wild shape, but that's it.
True, exactly.
I should look up what I can wild shape into.
I believe it's beasts with a combat rating equal to like a quarter of your level or something, but I'll check on that for you in a sec. Did you roll another one, Daryl?
Hold on. I can't. Okay, there we go. That was weird. I got a 2. Like.
Alright.
So...
You're at 16 health. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's what I have.
Cool. Perfect. Let me check on wild shape.
What's CR?
Combat or challenge rating.
What? How do I know what challenge?
I can tell you basically. I think actually I have lists in my book. So like, what's the? Actually, I can find the equation. What is the equation if you have it like right there with you?
It says as an action, you can magically assume the shape of a BOC twice per short rest. It says second level max CR.
Okay. Yeah, so I think it's a quarter of your, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's like literally just directly that number. So let me tell you what the list of like miscellaneous.
Yeah, because I'm looking at a list here, and it says what the cost is to do each, but I don't know where to find my C, if that makes sense, or if that's even.
No, so it's just at certain levels. Wait, sorry, is it an equation or is it just like a list or like a chart? For
Right now, all it says is level 2, and then it lists all the different.
Okay.
Things
cool.
That I
so that's just.
But it says some of them are 0 CR.
Yeah, that just means they're such weak creatures that like it's not an issue transforming into them. You can transform into them like easily. Where your character's like a mountain dwarf, right, or something like that?
Yes.
So you can turn into eagles, goats, bloodhawk, or a sturge, and probably like any kind of grassland creature, or most grassland creatures, like cat, deer, like hyenas, boar, elk, wolves. Yeah, like just kind of like literally animals, basically. But if you want, I can send you like an exact list of what your options are.
Yeah, can you? Or
yeah, all right. Give me this. Yeah, I mean it's in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So it's like what this thing thinks is environments.
So like stuff like giant fire beetles, probably not.
Yeah, you wouldn't have encountered that probably. Like I'll send you the list.
And I wouldn't inherently know it because I'm not like a.
Yeah, you have to have like actually seen it. Is kind of the thing.
I couldn't argue that I'd seen a giant fire beetle before because that's pretty uncommon.
But you've probably seen a lot of those mountain creatures from your travels, or from living in the mountains, and you've probably seen things from like the forests and grasslands in your travels. So let me send you those lists, and then, or I'll send those to you directly.
Don't forget to donate me on loots. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm almost at the payout.
Really?
Cool.
I'm at 4. So it'll be more now, but it says 434 and the payout is $5.
So just remember, Joseph, that it has to be a quarter rating or lower at your current level.
Okay. So
and
basically up to wolf on that list.
Yeah, and I got a few because like these are things you probably would have seen from traveling around. You also have,
including like giant poisonous snake.
Like probably, honestly.
Yeah,
How old is your
Yeah,
character?
actually-
Like, if you're a druid and you've kind of been around, you've probably seen some rare things. Like, you wouldn't have seen things from the Underdark or from underwater or from like the desert or anything. But I think it's fair to assume you've seen a
Now
lot
I
of
think
forest
about it,
creatures.
it's like you can see. I was like, I've never been to the desert, and then I realized snakes exist not in the desert.
Yeah, it's lol. Jeez. But yeah, so I don't know, like anything within reason is pretty much fine. We can figure it out.
Yeah.
And they get better at later levels and stuff. Anybody else have anything they need to do or want to talk about while you're resting?
Nope.
Nope.
So Chester actually has his own hit dice. So let me look at that. I'll have him.
How much health does he have?
52.
I feel like I shouldn't tell you guys still, because it's like it'll just give away information about the creature you wouldn't like innately know. You do know he's like tougher than you guys. You did a bunch of damage and he's still alive, so that means he's pretty healthy. If you do any of you can do a history check, but yeah, go ahead and do a history check or an arcana. Probably a history check.
My history sucks. My history is +2.
I
My
have no
history
history.
but
Okay.
I just want to finish writing this down.
Sure.
Because I also have to like put which ones fly because I can't do flying
Interesting.
because my wild shape isn't good enough.
True.
Or swim ones. I think it also has to do with the fact that I'm mountain and not
Yeah,
ocean or something.
makes sense. You guys notice that as Chester is resting, a lot of his wounds close, and he kind of actually, you guys are talking and doing whatever, and you look over at Chester, and he looks like a normal chest again, just kind of sitting there, like. But his wounds seem to have closed and all that. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
They're interesting creatures.
yo, we could set up so many traps like that.
That could be fun.
Yo, just imagine it.
It can actually be ridiculous.
Chester with the first blood.
Swallows one of the people whole.
Exactly. And then they're like, what happened? And we're like, kill them all. That'd be
Yes.
amazing.
Dude, haha, good thing I tried to speak to it.
Good thing Arca fed it. You tried to. It was going to be actually. It was being distracted by Patrick pretty like well, and then you're like, "Hey," and you like force it to pay attention to you, and it's just kind of like, "All right." So, but I mean, you know.
I didn't know what Enthrall did. I was like, I hope that this is like puts it in a trance.
Oh wait, so the generic description for wild shapes says I can't do flying ones, but in your list it says mountain can do flying ones. So what should I like?
Let me look at wild shape real quick, and I'll like tell you what I think about it. Because I for some reason thought you probably could fly if you knew a creature that could fly. But let me look at what the game says.
Just because the description for me in and what I'm reading just
Yeah.
says max CR of 1/4, no flying or swimming speed.
Interesting. Wild shape.
So I don't know what that means. If I can't.
Oh
do
yeah, it's just because
anything-
you're low level. So at some point, like if you're level 8, you could have a creature that's up to 1 max combat or challenge rating, and it could fly and swim, or swim. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So
but
just
right
because
now
you're
I
low
can't do-
level, you can't pick one that can fly. But when it's level 4, or when you get to level 4, it can be half or 1/2 challenge rating and can be able to swim. It's just like it doesn't let you like be able to fly early on just by knowing the animal basically. But at later levels you can like fly with those creatures. Just like right now you can't, of whatever. Like I don't know, it's just a balance thing, I guess. So basically, yeah, right now, no flying. Does anyone else have anything else to sort out?
Nope.
You guys want to move onwards?
Wait,
Sure.
did someone ask me something earlier?
Oh yeah, you can do a history check, or do a nature check actually, or is it a? Do a history check to see if you can kind of divine about if you know anything about how healthy they are.
So,
And you're being assisted by Daryl, I think, or somebody. So
history?
advantage. Yeah, history.
14.
That's with advantage.
Yeah. I got 9 and 5.
Cool. I'm just trying to think of like.
50-something health.
Yeah. It probably is somewhere between 40 and 60 health.
Like I said, 50-something health.
LOL. So now what's the plan? You guys just like you know the undead are still coming in from deeper in the swamp. You guys are just kind of resting in this town in the meantime.
Can we have Chester eat as much of the bodies left over as possible?
Sure.
Yeah,
Why
let's go
don't
on
you
a,
just lead him around and do that?
let's go on a montage of Chester
Alright.
eating corpses.
So
Ooh, you're my
we'll
best
just skip
friend.
through the logistics of it. But he basically he like devours the one, and the second one he crunches down quickly too. After he eats the third one, he seems like maybe he's a little bit full because he goes over to the another body and kind of stares at it, and he see he wants to take a bite out of it, but he doesn't bother. Basically, not quite hungry enough at that point to consume another corpse. They're pretty large, and he's honestly he's not enormous. Like, he's pretty big, but he's not like the biggest guy.
He knows his limits. He plays
Yeah,
his limits.
exactly.
You get it? It's funny because I've thrown up a lot.
All right, so
I was
Alright.
so I saw Shelby and like she was going to see her boyfriend, and I was like, she was like, she told me that they broke up, and she's like, "LOL, we got back together." And I was like, "Oh, like, can I meet him, right?" And then he was like, "Oh yeah, we've met before." And I was like, "I don't remember." He's like, "I'm pretty sure you threw up." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, first impression, I
That's
threw
so
up.
funny.
Like, oh my goodness. Anyway.
So what do you guys? I mean, you've more or less cleared out this area. Actually, so when you walked into this area, there's kind of a just clear area of water to the left, and on the right was the submerged town. So you haven't investigated the other area yet.
Mm,
Time to investigate the other area. Am I right, team?
yeah, I mean, like, I'll do whatever, but just as like a disclaimer, I have no spell slots left.
I have
Jeez.
3 level 1s, so I can use healing word.
It's probably approaching dawn at this point, so in maybe like 8 or so hours, you could take a long rest.
I also have 4 bardic inspiration, so like if we need to like kill things and we've focus fire, I think we should be fine.
And I can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, or the faint odor of skunk.
That's pretty good.
And the effect must also fit in a 5-foot cube, so that's how you know.
Can't be a big stink. Has to be like a limited amount of stink.
Yeah, it's gotta linger.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll follow you, Pussaith.
Alright, so we head over to the theme, Mijigi.
Cool. It's just kind of an.
I say that
open-
too. I say come with me
Yeah.
to the thingamajiggy.
Cool. It's just kind of an open, boggy area. You're not really sure what else to make of it.
So we're sneaking in, right?
Sure, make stealth checks.
7.
9.
25.
Wow. I'll have Chester make one as well. Wasn't great either. So you guys try and sneak over. Kind of just like you can tell you're sloshing through the water pretty loudly, but nothing seems to be jumping out at you as of yet. So who knows? that's it for now. I mean, you're stealth now, or you're trying to be stealth.
He says as he's sloshing through the water up to his chest. Come here, Chester.
Wait, what did you say? As you're sloshing around, what did you say?
Wait, can you hear that?
I did hear that. That was confusing. I don't know how to be. Anyway, sorry.
What's the bubble sound or?
Yeah, the squishing.
That was a.
Squishing.
Oh, that's there.
Oh no,
What is that?
dude, you wanna know?
It's actual water.
Lol.
I'm drinking water.
So you guys are like, wait, what did you say, Chester?
I just said, "Come on, Chester."
All right, he's following. He's following you around, but like you guys are kind of just standing in this boggy area right now. What do you guys are trying to do?
Can we do a perception check?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
All of us?
Who has a good
Whoever
perception?
wants to.
I have a bad perception. Oh wait, actually, I have +2. And
I have +3.
+4.
Okay.
So Dwanicus is.
I helped Dwaynicus.
Hell yeah. I don't have any combat skills, but I have like other skills. 19. Oh wait, are you helping me? So does
You have
that mean-
advantage, yeah, so you can even like.
Yo, get
It's also a 13, so 19.
Okay. So you guys are kind of just like looking around. You're looking through the water and looking around the trees, like keeping an eye out for anything that might be sneaking up on you. And there's not too much around, but you can notice as you're walking by one tree, there's a faint like humanoid shape under the water.
Okay. Do we slosh over to it?
I don't know. We're following you.
You should do investigation.
Sure, go for
How
it.
is it?
Alright.
Oh.
So who's investigating?
I think Ashen is investigating.
Alright.
Can I help?
Sure.
Alright.
So you have advantage.
Okay, thank God.
Lol. Got you, bro. I say.
26.
26. Yeah. So it doesn't seem to be moving or anything. Are you like really close to it? Like checking? Are you physically checking it out? Or are you like trying to look at it from afar still?
It's just trying to see it from afar.
You can just tell. I mean, you can tell it's humanoid in shape. You can't tell like if it's wearing anything or what race it may be, but it doesn't seem to be moving, and it does seem to be humanoid.
I say, hey, are you okay?
It's fully under the water.
I put my mouth in the water. I say.
There's no obvious response from the.
Send Chester down there.
No. I'm not sending Chester.
Well, he's already fully submerged and he's already talking in the water.
Yo, Chester's got like, I don't know, triple my health, dude. Send that fucking bitch in there.
You know what? If you want to try and send him in there, go right ahead.
Chester, get in there, boy.
His eyes kind of dart over to you, and they dart back to Dwaynicus. And he kind of like, you see him looking as well at the. Actually, when he's not in his chest form, he's actually more of a blob than anything. So there's kind of this large blob kind of between you guys. So it stares at you, eyes kind of rotating around, but doesn't move significantly towards the figure.
I reach in my backpack for a frog leg. I cut a piece off and I throw it at him. I say, now go.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know.
Sounded like a
sorry.
small horse.
That was
My whiteboard.
true. You can see him push forward and kind of pulling on the rope that he's attached to Dwaynicus by, moving towards the
Yeah, Dwaynicus.
figure.
Alright. I let some of the rope out so that he can go further.
Okay. So he goes and he kind of just, you can see him like staring into the water at this thing, and he opens up his mouth and consumes it. And that's it.
He's dead.
Whatever it was in the water, you guys didn't get close enough to check it out, and he ate it.
What did you
Yeah, I
guys
was going
expect?
in that water and rescuing Chester, man.
We literally have a mouth on a rope.
Yeah, it was full. I didn't know he was gonna eat it.
Wait,
Well, I mean, he ate the
Wait.
meat you gave him.
Dungeon Master, is there
You're right.
anyone around this whole place?
Based on your perception check, you guys didn't notice like anybody else around. It's pretty quiet besides the zombies you
If you-
killed
if you-
earlier.
You can try and get him to spit it out if you want, but I'm not getting on his bad side.
Okay.
I call Chester. Come over here. Can you spit that out, please? And I hand him I dangle another frog piece above his head.
You can see him kind of convulsing.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, sure. Take a persuasion check. Actually, it's a good call.
I thought Chester got.
I got
swallowed.
motherfucking 18.
No, he ate the thing.
Oh
What'd you
my
get, sorry?
God.
18.
All right. You see him convulsing, and his form moves, and he coughs up a skull that kind of lands in a dull thud in the water with a helmet on it.
A helmet, sweet.
Yeah. All right, we take the
God damn it,
helmet.
Chester.
Okay.
Yeah, if nobody wants it, I'll totally wear a helmet
Yeah, go for it,
from
dude.
inside. Oh yeah. It'll never leave my head because it's sticky with mucus.
Yeah, it almost is like adhered to your head so intensely you're not sure you could remove it if you tried.
No, I was gonna wash it off with like the water.
Oh, okay, sure, you can do that. It's just like very thick mucus, but after some time, like actually a few minutes of scrubbing away at it, it's gone enough at least that you don't think it'll get stuck to your skull.
Does anyone know what it might like? What kind of helmet it might be?
Oh, and sorry, if someone was anybody like holding that gem while you guys were resting?
Yeah. I was.
So it's a gem of brightness, which is either you can speak a command word. There's a few of them. Hold on, let me tell you what it can do.
It's working out surprisingly well.
Dude, good thing I tried to talk to it, am I right?
Fuck off. You almost ruined the entire thing.
Me?
Yeah! It was it wasn't like you were like slowing it down. You were like
Agitating it.
yeah, it was being distracted by
Wow.
Patrick's character, and then you like distracted it from that. So it's like okay.
It was like normally like content, and then you were like, I'm gonna force you to be even more content with sitting there.
So it has 50 charges. You can speak a command word. Oh, there's 3 command words as well. So the first one, it makes it shed a bright light in 30 feet and dim light for another 30 feet. Doesn't cost a charge, and it lasts until you cast or until you use a bonus action to repeat the command word, or until you use another function of the gem. The second command word expends a charge, and it fires a brilliant beam of light at one creature within 60 feet of you. It must make a Constitution saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute. It can take that saving throw again at the end of each turns. And the third word expends 5 charges and makes the gem flare with a blinding light in a 30-foot cone originating from it. Each creature in the cone must make a saving throw as if struck by the beam, and that's it. When all the charges are expended, it's kind of just a normal, non-magical jewel.
What kind of helmet did I get?
It's just a leather helmet. From what you can tell, anyways.
Alright.
Cool.
Can I put the skull in my backpack?
Sure.
Oh wait.
Get it.
How many frog legs did we use?
So
What did I use basically?
I think you used 2, and everybody else kind of cut pieces off of one. Although the one that Twanicus was using was mostly down to bone at this point, so there's not much substance left to it. But you have 4 left. I think everybody else has like 3 left with pieces like cut out of them.
Oh, okay.
I'll say I have 2.7.
Cool.
Wait, so how is that different from the leather armor I have?
There's nothing to say that it is. It's just a helmet.
Does leather armor include like all pieces? Or
So, yeah, I think it's like a set of leather armor. Yeah, so it's generally including helmet or whatever.
So he puts a leather helmet on top of his leather helmet.
You could do that if you want.
You know what? Can I see if, like, as a blob, Chester fills the helmet? That it looks like a little blob wearing a helmet?
Yeah, you could try and do that.
So I go up to Chester, and I try to gently place the leather helmet on top of him.
Okay.
Should I do would that be sleight of hand, or would it be...
I think it's more depends on what like I think you couldn't mess that up really. It's a matter of like unless you like dropped it on him or something. But do a hand check actually. Might as well.
12.
Okay. So you gently lay it on his head, and it actually kind of just sits there. It sinks a little bit into his form, but it stops once it kind of fills up the helmet, and there's just a helmet kind of sitting upon his blob-like figure. Anything else you guys want to do?
I was just amused by my emote. Can I get an I2 think in here?
More like a gamble all. So what are you guys doing?
I don't know, we were following Pussaith.
I don't know, there's nothing here.
Alright, you guys can like move along into the swamp. So make a survival check to see if you can figure out, or make a survival check to see if you guys can figure out where the tracks from the undead lead. Anybody that wants to do that, can you go ahead?
I got
Survival check?
an
Survival check.
18.
Got a 10.
Cool. Dwayne, because you want to try it?
I only got a 15, so.
Okay.
That's my 16.
So Pussaith manages to find some more vaguely humanoid tracks in the mud that lead out further into the swamp. So that's probably the direction you guys would want to go.
Alright, we go in that direction. I lead the team.
Alright, you guys want to... What travel speed you guys going at?
Full speed.
No. let's
Just like running.
let's slosh around some more, but slowly.
Okay, make stealth checks.
Natural 20, boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
1.
What?
Natural
I
one?
got
But not a-
11.
not a nat-
I have to get
not a nat
I'm
one.
good back.
That one.
Okay.
The 3 minus
Arco's
2.
just getting the phone, so...
3 minus 2.
What's a phone?
It's just like magical device that you speak into, people can hear you on the other end.
Dude, that's called a Discord.
You're right, but you're ruining my.
What's
meme.
another?
You're right.
I get it, because he's retarded. I mean Chinese.
Whoa.
I get it, because he's also that thing.
Don't expose me.
He's half of that thing. He's
The big
id.
retard.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, Ark is AFK, I'm gonna do push-ups. Yeah.
Nice. Chester got a natural 1 on his stealth roll.
That's so... I don't
That's
know,
so
actually
like
that makes a lot
him.
of sense.
Yeah. It's like, what? He doesn't even know you're stealthing, maybe, you know? So that would explain a lot of it.
Also, the fact that both Chester and I have a 1.
Yeah, that's...
Seems like
yeah.
they're both
He's
stealthing,
following your lead, huh?
and then both of us are just kind of like making noise and
Just like sloshing.
sloshing through.
Because, yeah, it's like a lot of water for you guys, right? So...
Yeah, so how would
You
he...
guys are like kind of creeping
You're
around.
bad.
You guys are like... It's fucking great. Guess we'll just wait. Actually, if he's gonna be a little bit, I'm just gonna can use the washroom really quick, so we'll be like right back.
Alright. I'm back and ready for more sloshing. Hello?
It's just me.
Oh, alright.
Hello?
So,
What happened? You guys on break?
I don't
Waiting
know.
for
Yeah.
Joseph. He's in the washroom.
Oh.
Same.
All right. I'll let it go
Right.
here.
I'm glad
Um,
we're stealthy.
What?
I'm so glad we're stealthy.
Oh yeah, you guys are so stealthy. It's crazy.
Oh wait, was
Hmm?
I don't remember if Arco was here for.
Yeah. Did you roll stealth yet, Arca?
We had 13.
13. Cool. That's with your like modifier and stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys just kind of like. Hold on, I'm eating one sec. And it's like unprofessional, but hold on.
Wow.
I didn't have dinner yet. So you guys move along through the swamp, and kind of it breaks past noon. You see the sun straight above you, and starts falling off slowly as you walk along. And eventually, you come up to this area. You're standing in the tree line, and you see this big stone temple, kind of out in the middle of a expanse of grass, with these kind of skeletal figures patrolling. A couple by the entrance, a couple just walking around the area.
All right.
Can we like do a perception check for like seeing how many enemies and stuff, or how many skeletons?
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah, like from what you can see, just walking up, you see about 4 of them patrolling around. But if you want to do perception checks, see anything hiding from you or anything, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna go, guys.
You gonna go?
Something came up.
Okay, no worries.
We can stop here then, right?
Yeah, let's just stop here. Can't lose too many party members.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was...
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries, Arca.
Okay. Bye, video.
Cool.
Bye, stream.